Hey everyone, how are y'all? Princess Lena, how are you? And Betty Joe, no, the baby does not have enough. She needs more. Y'all don't forget to put your chat on live chat and hit the thumbs up. I'm sorry this live is late. I was planning on going live earlier tonight at my usual time. Something came up and I had to push it back some. Margaret, I wish it was down here. It is hot down here. All right, Lady V, give me 1 second because it doesn't look like Nightbot is working. Hold on. Okay. It's still not. What the heck is that with him? I guess so. Let's see. Kelly M, how are you? I don't know. Maybe he'll catch up in a minute. Okay, there it goes. It's working now. All right, y'all. Let me see. There's something that I want to start out with tonight. So we have an 8-year-old. Let me grab the link real quick. We have an 8-year-old non-verbal autistic boy that is missing in Texas. Margaret, we were talking about Nightbot being on strike. All right, let me pull this up real quick. Hey, Lady V, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing all right. If I can get this to
I dropped
pull.
that interview in Discord
You did
for
what?
Ryan. I dropped that interview of his mom's in Discord.
Okay, I gotta find where I put his. Oh wait, here it is. It's in. Is it Ken's Five? Is that the one you're talking about?
Hang on, let me look here real
Okay.
quick.
All right, let me put this over here. I have a. I'm just gonna have to screenshot it. Give me a second, y'all, because it's not. I was just wanting to pull it up on the page that it's on. But hey, Truth Finder, how are you?
Or I'll put it in back chat.
Okay, let me get this pulled up here now. For some reason, it's not wanting to. It wasn't wanting to pull it up where I could pull it up for y'all to see it with the page that it's on.
What are you looking for? What are you
N-
trying to?
No, there was. It's the local Amber Alert, and Legacies on
Oh,
Twitter had posted it, and so I was just gonna pull it up from her page, but it wouldn't. Streamyard wouldn't let me pull it up for some reason, so I had to do a screenshot. Exit
okay.
Screaming, how are you? Okay, now I think I've got it.
Hello, Exit Screaming.
Yes, here we go. So I was wanting to pull this up, but I was just going to do it from Legacy's page, but it wouldn't let me for some reason. Okay, so this little boy, he's 8 years old. His name is Ryan Akagbusi. He is nonverbal autistic. He was last seen by his mom, and it was actually at 4:56 on their cameras inside their house, and I do have of a screenshot from the cameras showing him in his room at 4:56 this morning. Um, the cameras then also picked him up leaving his house with his shoes. At 5:37 a.m., cameras in the neighborhood where he lives at showed that he was running barefoot. So he is from it's the Lakemont neighborhood in Richmond, Texas, which is the Fort Bend County area. Um, there, Texas EquiSearch is there. They have searched 2 retention ponds that's in this neighborhood. I'm gonna pull up the neighborhood in a second so y'all can see like the street where his house is to where these 2 retention ponds are at. I don't know what camera or where the camera was at in the neighborhood that picked him up at 5:37 or how far it was away from his house or whatever. Um, but we've heard the cases with autistic kids. First place they check is the water.
Water, right.
And so they checked the one pond. Then they went to another one and checked it, and for some reason Texas EquiSearch came back and checked the first one again. Okay, and Cat's Meow said it's southwest of Houston. Whenever I looked it up on Google Maps, I just did the street that he lives on, and the neighborhood looks like it's pretty good sized neighborhood. But I didn't check to see, like the distance from the nearest city or whatever. So they didn't put out the Amber Alert until this afternoon at 5:45. Well, on the 24th, because he was last seen at 4:56 a.m. on the 24th. So we're going on almost 24 hours since he was last seen.
I wonder what he was doing up so early in the morning.
It could be anything. He could have been stimming. He just could have been not being able to sleep. My son's up at all hours of the night. He may go to sleep, and then again, he may not. I mean, the mom did have cameras, though, in his room. There is a camera that has... so let me pull it up. That way y'all can see it. Hold on. Betty Jo, his mama was the last... Well, from my understanding, she last saw him on the camera at 4:56 a.m. Okay, let me get it. Right here. Hold on. Let me pull it up. So this was Kids Room 1 today, 4:56 a.m. And it shows him there with shoes on, and that is the lilac colored shirt that they said that he was wearing. And he has shoes on here, but then the camera at 5:37, wherever this camera was in the neighborhood, showed him running without any shoes. So I wish they would come out and say how far this camera was compared to his house and where he went missing from. Hey, Betty Jo, how are you?
Good. How are you?
Doing all right.
Hey, Betty Jo.
Oh,
Okay, let me get this pulled up here. Because here's a better picture of the shirt that he was wearing. I don't know if y'all can see that or not, but it's this one over here.
yeah.
Okay. But it does say that he is 8 years old, autistic, nonverbal. Has been missing from Lakemont, Texas since 5 a.m. this morning, which was August the 24th. Last seen wearing a lilac shirt and maybe barefoot. If you see him, please call the Richmond police. I don't know if we have anybody in here. Hey, Tonka, how are you? I don't know if we have anybody in here that is close to this area or not. I know we do have some people in here from Texas. I just don't know how close y'all are to this, but if y'all can get the posters and hand them out or just share them or whatever, please do so.
I put it out on my Facebook.
Okay. Well, I did share it on my Twitter. So hopefully we can pick up, some more people can pick it up. I know Legacy has been sharing some stuff, and I forgot there was somebody else. It was actually oh, I can't think of his name now. One of the local news guys was down there in earlier today when it was still daylight, and thank you, Cat's Meow, and was showing like the family, the searchers, and all that. Um, Margaret, I don't know when it was reported to law enforcement. I don't know what time. I just know that the Amber Alert was issued today. Well, on the 24th, so it's after midnight where I'm at. So at 5:45 p.m. on the 24th.
And they say
13 hours after.
they're saying they last him at 5 in the morning.
He was last seen on the camera inside the house at 4:56 a.m. Then the cameras picked him up leaving the house. I'm assuming right after that. And then at 5:37, cameras in the neighborhood showed Ryan running barefoot. So I wish they would have told how far the camera in the neighborhood is from his house.
You know,
They called
it's
him at
weird.
5:37.
She said he left with shoes, but then he was caught running barefoot.
Well, see, the camera screenshot from the camera footage shows that he has shoes on when he's still in his house at 4:56 a.m. So they don't know if he is barefoot, if he has shoes with him. They just know that at 4:56 he has shoes on. At 5:37 he did not. And Tonka, I'm about to pull it up now because, like I said, the neighborhood where they live at, it looked like it was a pretty good sized neighborhood. And I've done exited off with my Google Maps, so give me 1 second. So there are 2 retention ponds in the neighborhood, and they're not right at his house, but they're still
Close enough.
right. They're still in this neighborhood.
Okay, I need to ask a question real quick. My stomach is growling. Can y'all hear it? It's actually just like bubbly, gurgly kind of thing. If so, I'll mute.
No, I didn't hear anything.
No.
Okay. I have my headset in, so it shouldn't, but you never know.
Yeah, no, I couldn't hear anything. Okay. Can y'all see this? Because I do not have, hey Tiff, how are you? I do not have his actual address, but he lives on Kendall Lake Drive. So this is, let me zoom in right here. So this is Kendall Lake Drive that runs straight through here, all the way down to, what's this, Hawkins Ridge Lane.
Yeah, that's a pretty big neighborhood.
Yeah, well, just in, there's like neighborhoods over here and some below it and some off to the side, but just this square right here is what we're looking at.
Yeah, that's pretty big.
Right. So the only 2 places that I could find to get into this neighborhood, well, technically, see, 1, 2, 3, 4, there would be 5 places to get into this neighborhood into this part of the neighborhood. Okay, Tonka, hold on 1 second. I'm fixing to zoom it in. So the red dot is the street that he lives on. Like I said, I don't have his actual address to know which house it is. It is his. I just know that he lives on that street. This is the pond right here that they have searched twice. And then, so it's a couple of streets over from his house. And then there is another long one right here. Down here at the bottom. I don't know if y'all can see it very good, but I can't. I mean, it's further away from the street that he's on than this one. But they actually searched this one first, went to the other one, then came back to this one and put a boat back in it and was searching it again.
Which one did they search first?
This one right here.
I can't see your mouse.
Oh, well, here, I'll do it like this. Lake Danish, this one.
I did.
Oh,
so okay. See, they searched that one.
Oh, I got it.
went down to the other one, searched it, came back and searched this one again.
Now, I know he's nonverbal, but does he play video games? Did they say?
I have not heard that. His mama did say that he will uh, respond to his name. So if you see him, if you call his name, he'll respond to it. Now, I don't know if that means he will run up to you, if he will let you know that he hears you. I don't know what his response would be, but she did say he is nonverbal. Um, Tonka, that I don't know. All I know is that the camera picked him up at 4:56 a.m. Then another camera at 5:37 this morning, and then nobody knew about him missing until the Amber Alert came out at 5:45 p.m.
Dang.
And that's when, right, and that's when everybody. Now I'm pretty sure local law enforcement knew about it way before then, and was already on the ground searching. And Texas Echo Search came in and all this and that. Her family, the mother's family was there, helping search, friends, people in the neighborhood, and all that. But the rest of us didn't know about it until it had came out, till the Amber Alert came out.
Well, EquiSearch, they're from Texas, so
yeah. So they've been there helping. Thank God there's already a search group.
Tonka wants to know how long after he went missing was he discovered?
Yeah, that's what I was just answering. I don't know exactly how long.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, you're fine. I would assume as soon as she got up, she probably realized he wasn't there. I haven't seen. I've had too much going on. I've tried to keep up with if they have found him today. I looked right before I went live tonight, and he was still
I haven't
missing.
seen anything.
Yeah, he's still missing. I've seen it on Facebook earlier today.
Yeah, see, I didn't even think about looking there.
Yeah, and then I just checked it before I came up. Came on here, and they had a thing saying, that he's still missing.
Yeah. How close is Richmond to the border? Okay, well, let's see.
See, that's another thing. Ever since, I don't know, it's just all these kids are going missing, and it's just strange.
Right. Okay, so I'm trying to find where the hell Houston is. Am I not seeing deals? Okay, there we go. Okay, so there's Houston. It's just I think Cat's Meow said, to the west of Houston, where the street that he lives on. So the border is, we'll just say right here at Laredo. So let's see. Let's see. 4.5, almost 5 hours.
Yeah, see, that's not long at all.
No.
And if he's been missing since like 5 this morning, and they didn't put out the Amber Alert till 5:45.
Right.
Noon. That's a long time.
You might as well say 12 hours since he was last seen the last time on camera.
Yeah. So, anything's possible.
Right.
Somebody could have seen him walking and just picked him up and went over the border. You never know.
Yeah. It's 4 hours and 50 minutes or 302 miles, or 4 hours, 52 minutes, 298 miles, depending on, or there's another way that you can go is 333. So.
And if the mother didn't have anything to do with it, not saying she does, then, I feel bad for her. Because he's autistic, he's not verbal.
Mm-hmm.
And she's the only one that really knows how to communicate with him.
Right. Okay, let me pull this up, the link that Lady V had given to me, because it has his mom on there, and she's begging
Yeah, I've seen.
for.
Yep, I've seen that,
Yeah.
and you can tell she's all distraught, and
Oh yeah.
so that's why I said I'm not saying she had anything to do with it because it's
Right.
Yeah,
just he's 8 years old, and
she's trying to hold it together, but
oh, you can
you
see it. You
tell
can.
Yeah.
she's in
Yeah.
pain.
Okay, so it says on here that an Amber Alert, and I'll play the video in just a second, but it says an Amber Alert has been issued for a missing 8-year-old boy in Fort Bend County. Search parties, including Texas EquiSearch, are looking for Ryan Akagbusi. He was last seen leaving his home in the Lakemont subdivision in Richmond a little before 5 a.m. According to the Fort Bend County Sheriff's Office, Ryan was wearing a lilac shirt and may be barefoot. We spoke with Ryan's mom and says that she last saw him around 4:56 a.m. Cameras picked up Ryan leaving the house with shoes, but at 5:37, a camera in the neighborhood showed Ryan running barefoot. Ryan's mother, and I cannot pronounce her name and don't want to try to butcher it, said that he is nonverbal but will respond to his name. She's desperate to find him. She said, my friends and family are here. The whole neighborhood. Police are here, she said. We've had K9, we've had helicopters, we've had drones go around. We've gone door to door. Everybody is here. The whole Lakemont is here. If someone has him, please, that's my baby. Bring him back home. Call 911.
No.
Most definitely.
Okay, so we are also told that there is a dive team on scene to check nearby bodies of water. The mom is saying that her son doesn't talk, but is very independent. Among those searches, an Austin County deputy who lives in Katy, Texas, he said that he saw the story and came down to join the search. If you see Ron, you're asked to contact the Fort Bend County Sheriff's Office, and it has their phone number. The Troy Kless dude is the one I was trying to think of that was there. He's been posting on Twitter several times throughout today of him down there in the neighborhood. And then there's the flyer and everything, and he was telling about it. There's all the search parties, the people there helping. This was at 4:26 p.m. on the 24th. Okay, let me go back up to the video now. All right. And y'all let me know if y'all cannot hear it because I might have to redo it a different way.
Happening right now, an active local Amber Alert for a missing Richmond boy, 8-year-old Ryan Akagbusi.
Can everybody hear that okay?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay. Let me back it up here.
Missing Richmond boy, 8-year-old Ryan Akagbusi, who has autism, hasn't been seen since around 5 this morning. A search is happening right now around Kendall Lake Drive in the Lakemont subdivision. Our Troy Kless joins us live from the community center where many volunteers have gathered tonight. Troy.
Yeah, good evening, Marcelino. Well, you can see that there's been some crime scene tape that has been set up towards the start of this lake here. Again, this is in the Lakemont neighborhood. Now,
we're
about
not
2
seeing the
hours ago,
video,
we
though.
saw
We're seeing the
more first
writing.
responders arrive.
Wait, what?
We're not seeing the video. I've got you up in another window, and it's not showing the video. It's showing the writing below it.
I see the video.
Yeah, but you're in StreamYard. That's not what's showing on YouTube.
Oh, shit. Okay, hold on for a second.
I always pull up a second tab so I can type and stuff, try to mod.
Okay, Margaret says she can see the video. Can anybody in...
Well, I can't.
Okay, Tonka says she can see it. Tiff can see it.
Okay, well,
Do you need to refresh yours real quick, Lady
yeah,
B?
that's what I'm going to do, because
Okay.
that's just weird.
Okay,
I can see it now. I wonder what, maybe it just got frozen.
Okay. All right, let me back it up just a little bit.
I'm so sorry.
No, you're good. All right.
Set up towards the start of this lake here. Again, this is in the Lakemont neighborhood. Now, about 2 hours ago, we saw more first responders arriving on the scene, including a dive team from the Fort Bend County Fire Rescue Department, as well as one of their boats, have gone into the water as well. Meanwhile, people have been waiting here for answers again, almost 17 hours after Ryan went missing. So again, what we know right now is, again, this started around 5 a.m. when the mother reported Ryan missing. Now, again, he is 4'8", weighing 65 pounds, and was last seen wearing a purple shirt. And again, this has been just some of the scene that we've seen out here. Family says that Ryan can run very fast and is an independent kid, but they say that he usually does not go for walks in this neighborhood. Although Ryan is nonverbal, he will respond if his first name is called. Now, the mom says she believed that her son was in his room sleeping, but when she went to check on him, he was gone. Now, she says the cameras picked him up leaving the home and was last seen on a camera in the neighborhood not wearing shoes.
When I checked the camera, he was walking out of his room without his shoes at 4:56. 5:37, the camera said, no, when I said this morning, I saw his shoes on the road. I picked up his shoes. And the camera sighted him just after the place I picked up his shoes, running.
Now, the Fort Bend County Sheriff's Office told us they were checking on something, but did not provide further details. They say they do have plans in place in the event that this search does continue tomorrow. And again, back out here live, many of the residents of the neighborhood and many close family and friends of Ryan's mother here waiting for answers tonight. And once we get the latest information about the status of the search, we'll make sure to share that with you. Reporting live in Richmond, Troy Kless, KHOU 11 News.
So many people hoping Ryan is found safe. Troy, thanks so much for that live report.
Okay. Hold on. Let me get this off where it'll still keep playing in my ear over here. Okay. Let's see. Somebody wears about the tonka that I don't know. Only thing that I've heard about was his mom, and that's it. And I didn't know, I hadn't heard before I had watched this then, that she had found his shoes.
Oh, she found his shoes?
Yeah, that's what she said, that she found his shoes on the road, and right outside the house where she found his shoes, that camera picked him up running without his shoes.
Wow.
Okay, so it was posted 36 minutes ago. The search for Ryan intensifies. More first responders are on the scene, and the Fort Bend County has deployed a boat along with additional search resources. Please keep the family in your thoughts.
So, do you know, did EquiSearch, did they use dogs?
Yes, I believe. Didn't the mom say that there was?
Yeah, I'm sorry. I've been doing a couple of things while
I think, yes. Okay, so hold on, I'm reading this. So the search for Ryan is intensifying as more first responders arrive. The Fort Bend County has deployed boats, drones, K9 units, and helicopters. So this was this the one that was posted 30 minutes ago? Okay. Oh, wait. So that one was posted 36 minutes ago, 19 minutes ago. Per local reporters, the search for Ryan Akagbusi continues. Fort Bend County Sheriff's Office has deployed a boat and a dive team after discovering something unusual in the water. They are investigating further. If you've seen Ryan or have any information, please contact police immediately. No, Tonka, it doesn't say how long they lived in the neighborhood, but it did say that he, even though he can run very fast, he never goes on walks in the neighborhood. Now, that doesn't mean that he doesn't know his way around the neighborhood.
Right.
You know, being that they leave and go places, and I'm pretty sure he probably keeps up with how to get in and how to get out and the roads and all that. I'm just, hopefully they find him soon.
Well, being autistic, doesn't that make him to where he's more observant about that type of stuff? Especially if probably you're nonverbal, wouldn't you really depend on that?
Yes and no. Most, and I'm just going off of what what I have observed with the autistic adults and kids that I've been around, they sense no fear, if that makes
Yep.
sense.
Oh,
Um,
okay, I got you.
if they see water, they're attracted to water for whatever reason, but they don't sense the fear that you can die in the water. They don't sense the fear that running out in the middle of the road you can get hit by a car. They just,
Oh, that's scary.
it's very very scary. Uh, they they have no sense of fear when it comes to something like that.
Oh
Uh,
man,
it-
I'd be paranoid all the time if I had a child like that. I bet it was nerve-wracking when they were little.
oh yeah, I mean, I live on the end of a dead end dirt road, and I was still like helicopter mom with mine.
I bet.
Well,
Because
yeah.
if he goes outside, I went outside. If he's awake, it's like he was a newborn baby. If he's awake, I'm awake. I
Right.
sleep when he slept. So I mean, this lady had cameras in her house.
Yeah.
To keep up with him and all that.
Can you still hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Being nonverbal, I would assume that you would have to do stuff like that because I mean he's not gonna say anything to you, right? I mean he might come up and tap you on the shoulder or whatever, but he's like let me ask a question.
Okay.
Nonverbal does not mean he can't make noise, right?
No, it just well, I'm pretty sure he makes noises. It's just like if he gets upset or something, he's gonna make a noise. The nonverbal part is he does not speak.
Okay, that's
So,
what I was thinking.
yeah,
But
some people
he
call
like
them
if he's
mute.
sick or whatever, you can like he'll holler or
Oh
make
yeah.
some sort of noise to let you know. Okay.
Well, the ones that I can't say for him because I don't know, but the ones that I have been around that are nonverbal, yes, they still make noises. They still cry, scream, and stuff like that. They just don't talk. A lot of people call them mutes,
Okay.
which
I've
is,
never been around nonverbal, so I
I mean,
really
my
didn't know
son,
what that meant.
when my son started kindergarten, he didn't talk either. And then he gradually started to where he would whisper, and then he went from a whisper to talking normal. Some kids don't do that. They would rather stay,
In their
quiet
own
and
little
nonverbal.
world. Yeah. Poor baby. What's with all these autistic kids missing here recently? It's just crazy.
I don't know. I hope that they find him. And I would assume because the neighborhood where they lived at looked like it was a pretty nice neighborhood. I'm hoping that they have more camera footage than just her house and the house that called him at 5:37. I would hope that there would be others that called him and they can kind of, and that may be the reason why they're on that water so much. He might have been going that way. You know, follow the camera footage.
Okay, another question.
Okay.
Why do you think they're drawn to water?
I don't have a
Because
clue.
to them, it's fascinating.
It's
I
just
wonder if it's because it looks peaceful.
that's most of even adult autistic people. There's something about water. I don't know
Hmm.
what it is. It could be because it's peaceful. They could like how it feels. It
Your
could be.
son's never said apparently then either. I just wondered if maybe he
Oh,
kind of
he loves
vocalized.
water. It's just he doesn't go near it unless me or his daddy's with
Right.
it.
Well, no, what I meant that I didn't know if he ever vocalized to you why he's drawn to water.
No,
Hmm.
he
Probably
loves
something
it.
you don't think of.
Right. Okay, thank you, Elsie. Um, yeah, a swimming pool, the lake, the beach, um, a creek, a pond. Just I don't know what it is, but he loves water.
Is he a good swimmer?
Yeah, for the most part, but like I said, I'm a helicopter mom when it comes to stuff like that, even though he's, you know, just gonna be 25 years old, and
Yeah,
I
but
still don't let
yeah,
him, go out
Right.
like that.
I know I'm asking some weird questions, but
No,
I don't know.
you're
I'm just
fine.
curious.
You're good.
I think if I had a child like that or a grandchild, I'd probably get them lessons, make sure they knew how to swim,
Well, he
or take
knows.
them to the Y or something. Well, I mean,
Yeah,
I
I mean
think
he.
that would be something that as a parent you probably would do,
Right.
knowing that.
Hey, the ugly chuckling. I mean, he knows how to swim. It's just even though he knows how, I still don't let him off. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, well, yeah. I
Yeah,
didn't
I'm
expect
still
that.
I'm still like right there.
Betty
Oh,
Joe, are you asleep?
I just muted her. I know she's probably tired because she's
She's
been
probably
packing
tired.
and unpacking and trying to get the baby's room done and get her room done and all that. So
I wish I could fall asleep like that, man.
that's what I'm saying. I go to sleep and then I end up getting woke up and it takes me forever to go back to sleep.
Yeah. Once I'm asleep, though, I don't want to wake up. Betty Joe, you're muted if you're talking because you were
uh,
snoring.
uh, it's the
Yeah.
baby.
Oh, okay. Well, we thought it was you, so I went ahead and muted you.
No, why I muted it because she got real loud.
Oh,
She did.
She's
But,
laying right next to me.
the baby's
aw.
tired. That's why.
She got it. It was like 1:30, 2 o'clock. She went to sleep this morning, and then at 9 o'clock she was up. And she's never gotten up at 9 o'clock unless I woke her up.
Oh well. Oh, the baby's tired.
Yeah, she's been playing hard today, tearing up when I try to unpack things. Oh, I want to play with that.
Aw.
I said, okay, I give
I
up.
forgot I had that.
I give up.
It's because she went so long without seeing it that it's
Yeah,
all
Yeah, it's
like
all
brand new to
new.
her.
Yeah.
yeah,
That's what I used to take some of the boys' toys. I would put them back and I'd kind of like rotate things in and out so they wouldn't get sick of the same things all the time and be uninterested. It worked
yeah.
a little bit.
She got. She, she's also got baby toys from where she was a baby. So I'm
Is she
gonna
playing
go.
with those?
No, she don't play with them. They sit in her toy
Oh,
box. So I'm just gonna
oh.
go through them and get rid
I
of
was
them.
just, I just was wondering since she hadn't.
Well,
Oh, well, thank you. Margaret said same questions we all have. And just, it's good to try to get to know these children better of, things. I know each one of them is individual in their own rights and has their own little things that they do or they don't do, for
right,
whatever reason. But there
right,
are those things that's across the board, like the water and all of
Mm-hmm.
that,
It
um,
fast.
and sometimes I don't know, my brain goes a
well,
little
I mean,
deeper than.
you can't learn about something like that if you don't ask. So,
Exactly.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
you know, and there's
I was
a
I've
lot
just
of
been
stuff that's
curious.
still new to me when it comes to autism. And my son's just like I said, he'll be 25 in November.
Wow.
And there's still new things that I learn.
Mm.
Tonka, yes, I actually have that on my list to talk about tonight as well. I had like 3 pages of notes. I gotta find my other page. Okay. So, yes, change of venue hearing for Brian Kohberger is Thursday, August the 29th
Wow.
at 9 o'clock. So, which I gotta go back because I always forget if they're an hour behind me or 2 hours behind me.
I think
Okay, you said Brian
two.
Kohberger?
Yeah, Brian Kohberger. He's got a change of venue hearing on Thursday.
So do you think they're going to do it?
I think it's a good possibility.
Yeah, I think so too. But I don't know.
29th at what?
At 9 a.m. My God. Hold on. I'm looking to see what time zone they're in. Okay, so there's Pacific Standard. So they're 2 hours behind me then. So,
It'd be 7. No,
no, it'll be 11 my time.
11.
If it
It'd be
is,
my time.
yeah, 12 o'clock your time, Betty Jo.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, if it is live streamed on the judge's YouTube channel, then
Mhm.
I will live stream it because I do not have anything on my calendar that I have to go do that day.
Okay.
All right, so let me put on my notes real quick. 11 a.m. my time.
By the way, Lena would be up here, but she's not feeling good tonight and she's really tired. She
Okay,
wanted me to let you know why she wasn't up.
okay, that is fine. I know she's been having a lot going on too, so.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so Elsie says that she does not think that he'll get the change of venue. I think that there's a possibility that he will. And I was trying to go through some of the documents today because I haven't been on the Idaho website in over a month. And so when I was going through, there was in one of the change of venue documents, the defense comes in and says, that like they're going to have experts that's going to come in and testify. They've got evidence that they're going to be showing, like they have all of this different stuff that they're going to be presenting at this hearing on Thursday. And they said that the state has not came with anything at all, like no experts, no questionnaire, none of that, like
That's weird.
the defense has. So I'm thinking I think that if the judge grants the change of venue, it will be based off of what the defense has brought to the table in order to argue the point that he needs a change of venue, if that makes sense, the way I'm explaining it. I do know that something was said, and let's see, we'll move it to Ada County. I do remember something being said about Ada County in there, which we know is Boise, Idaho. I think that's a logical place that they're going to do it. It's a bigger place. It's a bigger jury pool. Um, the courthouse, they're equipped for the high profile cases. I mean, they've had 2 in like the last 6 months there.
And Latah?
No,
you thinking they'll move it to Latah or Ada?
I think they're going to move it from Latah to Ada.
Oh, okay, I got you. I knew that.
Yeah, I think they're going to move it to Ada County, which is where Boise, Idaho is. But that's where they had Chad Daybell and Lori Vallows and all that. So they already know how to deal with high profile cases.
Now JJ will have to go there too, right?
Yes. Same thing with Judge Boyce when and Lori and Chad's thing. Whenever they did the change of venue to Ada County, the judge had to go with them, and everybody had to go there except for the jury. The jury was pulled from there. So let's see. Tonka says it's more diverse, and they probably won't have to sequester the jury. I think they're still going to have to sequester the jury, though.
I would think so.
Just because of the media coverage of it, I think they would. I think this case got more media attention than Lori and Chad's.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Hey, Aura, how are you? So I definitely think they will probably move it to Ada County if he does grant it. I do not expect there to be a decision made on Thursday. We have seen it where judge is like, okay, well, we're done for the day. I'll give y'all my decision at a later time and in writing and all that. And then he waits for like a week or two before he gives everybody his answer. So I do suspect that that's going to happen. We're not going to get an answer on Thursday, but if hopefully it will be on his YouTube channel. If it is, I will be streaming it. So I definitely think that the jury needs to be sequestered, but not so sure they will. I think they do too. It's just there's so much because, and even Ann Taylor talks about that in one of the documents, that there's been a lot of misinformation put out, a lot of media coverage, social media. I think even YouTube was mentioned in there. So
I have to tell you, Ara something. It's funny she came in here tonight because I was actually watching an old video. Actually, I was watching the very first time that I came up on your panel, the very first day I visited your channel. And I just started looking through a few things, and Ara was on there. On one of them, she was up on panel with you, and then she drops in tonight. It's just kind of cool.
Yep, she has been here since
It's a long time.
Since Kylie Rodney case.
Yep.
And I will say, I did go through all 105 pages of the Kylie Rodney FBI files. Very heavily redacted.
Sure.
Most of it,
what I saw was very redacted. And that
was they have left out every name in there. I think they only had Rodney Neiman one time that they did not redact, which is Kylie's mom, Lindsay. There is everybody else's name. It's not in there. Their phone number, which I don't suspect their phone numbers and addresses and all that to be in there. But it would have been a little bit easier to read if they would have at least left the name in there.
Like that one that in the part 1 that you sent. They had that one, they were talking about a YouTuber, which I know who they're talking about, and I know you do too, but there's a lot of people that may not remember him.
Wait, a YouTuber? Put it in back chat.
Tony.
For Kylie's case?
Yeah, remember he went down there and interviewed what's her name? Sam. He talked to her a couple of times.
Oh, you're talking about
All American.
Yeah.
Yeah, the think you got a super chat.
Okay, yeah, I remember him.
Every time I hear that, I'm like, oh God, you have no idea what's behind
people
that.
Use it with Rhino Church singing it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so I do know there was one, a couple of pages that they were talking about Lindsay as the one that had given the report, and it was obvious that she was the one that they were talking about, and they were just redacting her information out of there. Mm-hmm. But there was one that they were talking about, a person of interest that drove an Audi car, and I could not think of who drove an Audi vehicle because,
gosh, it's been so long.
Jagger drives, his car was a Nissan, so I knew it was him. But they said that this guy he drove an Audi, and that he was a person of interest, and they wanted him for questioning or whatever. Hey, Elsie, did I say hi to you a minute ago? If I didn't, I do apologize. And then there was one in there about the guys or the group of people that was in the car that wanted to go stay in this woman's basement, and they're claiming that Kylie was in the car and all this and that, and supposedly they were hiding her in the car.
Yeah, man.
So yeah, it was. Most of it I remember. I completely forgot about Tony, the YouTuber.
That guy. Oh,
yeah. Oh yeah, I did not like him.
Well, what was funny was that I was also like looking Oh, I've just been kind of going in the past here this last few days, and so I clicked on you, and I always click on live, but I didn't do it, and I scrolled down and I saw that short you made about him.
Oh, wait, I didn't make it. I just clipped it. It's his words, not mine.
It is his word.
So
I was like, "Oh yeah, that's him." I mean,
so
what's her name went down there. Oh gosh, it's been so long. The
yeah,
girl from
I know you're
Ukraine.
talking. Yep.
Uh, she went down there, and then there was that guy from TikTok that, took his boat and stuff. But really, the only YouTuber that was down there talking to somebody like that would have been him.
Right. Yeah, I don't know that dude there.
We need to, if there's going to be some, do you think something's going to be popping up from it, or are you just wanting to
I don't.
put a conclusion?
I don't think so. I
I
mean,
don't think
there.
so.
I think it's that case. I think there's more to it. I will
Oh,
always think that there's
way,
more to
way
it.
more.
Oh
Um,
yeah,
Yeah.
no doubt.
I don't believe that she drove herself into that water. I don't
Mm-mm.
believe that she was alive when that car went into the water.
Nope.
Um, I don't believe that she floated over out of her front seat over the
Nope.
back seat
Nope.
with that little bit of space from the top of the headrest to the roof of her car upside down into I don't believe all that. I think that something else sinister happened to her.
I
There
do
was
too.
more people involved in it, and I don't think we will ever know the actual truth about it based off of where they live.
Yep.
Uh,
Who lives there?
yes, and all that, and the people that was around that area the night that this happened. And Taka says, I don't believe Kylie was in the car in that reservoir. I mean, from the autopsy, uh, it has her. What was it, like a couple of inches shorter than what
Yeah.
Kylie would have been? There was a lot of inconsistencies, in my opinion, from that. Just
A
reading the
lot. Yeah.
autopsy compared to what we knew about her.
Yep.
I think I will always believe that there is still more to that case. I do not
Well,
believe.
remember there was also what, two other girls that went missing right around that same time as well?
Yeah, okay,
One was
so
found in the bushes.
yes, there was. Is it Grass Valley? Is that the area not
I
far
think
from
so. Yeah.
Truckee? I think that's what it was. Her name was. Oh crap!
I'm
Hold
trying
on.
to remember.
I want to say Destiny, but it wasn't Destiny. It
Trinity.
was Trinity. Okay, that one I have my speculations about. Um, there was. I mean, they did find her. Um,
Yeah, they did.
so her mama did get to lay her to rest, but I still think that there's more to that. Her boyfriend's mom was in that. What was it? The pagans. She was a pagan or something like that. It was. I had all of that. Every bit of those two cases are in my notebooks. Um, there was a lot of the cult stuff that I had information on,
Mm.
and all that. And Tonka, I think that's when you started, like whenever you would put comments in chat and they would get removed for no reason.
Yeah, that was weird. I
It's,
remember that happening. I wait a minute. Yeah, no, I was here for part of Kylie Rodney's.
hmm yeah. And Scott, I also said that too because they searched the water, they could not find the car. Then all of a sudden, the
Here's the
car is
Yeah.
map.
there where they
Yeah.
searched.
Yeah, that
So I've always thought that too. That they put the car.
there is.
Somebody put the car there with that body in the back of the car. I
Yes,
don't believe she drove in that water that night. And I don't think she
Nope.
was alive
I
when she
don't
went into the
either.
water. I will never believe that.
Mm-mm.
I think there is a
would
lot more
agree.
involved into it. I think that Sammy Smith is very weird, and not weird as like is her actually being weird. Just her actions and the way she done things was weird. I think that the police department allowing her to take over the investigation and
That was
question people,
ridiculous.
that was weird. Her standing up there with her little microphone telling the parents, you
Mhm.
got to drop your kids off, but you got to leave. You can't stay around where you can hear what they're saying and blah. She literally ran the investigation.
She
Mhm.
did. It was insane.
And I
But
think
I
that
think there's a ring up there myself,
wouldn't doubt it.
pretty large one.
Margaret, no, it did not. I don't think there was any in her lungs or it's
No,
either or her
they
stomach.
called it what a dry drowning, which is the same thing that supposedly happened to Riley
Yes,
Strain.
Riley Strain. Yes.
Mhm.
I
And I
just
and I think it's bullcrap
Yeah, I
on
do too.
on
yeah.
both cases.
Mhm.
I will always believe that there was more to it. There was a lot of stuff that I had found, like pictures and stuff like that, of the lodge where her, uh, basically where she lived at with her mom and her stepdad and her brother.
Mhm.
And it was young girls with those, I forgot what kind of cards they were now, but, um, and there was some kind of retreat thing for young girls that they had going on. And then I found, or well, actually, I think it was Vapor. I think it was him that had found it. One of the Kylie's mama's friends had these pictures of these little kids on her Facebook, and it was just like a whole big weird
Yep.
thing.
I remember all that. Yeah.
Margaret said, I didn't join LSCC till the rodent escape and search. So she's talking about the little hobbit. I think Tonka, if I'm not mistaken, Tonka has been here 22 or 23 months now. I think it's what her thing said the other day. So as of right now, her and Troll. I want to say there was somebody else.
Vapor's been here longer than I have.
Yeah, he came in at the beginning of Kylie's case. Tiff, yes, I did call the school, and they tried to be slick and wanted me to send the pictures through an email, and I I didn't fall for it. Okay, so it'll be 23 months in a day or two. Okay. Hey, Courtney. Courtney was here but didn't become a member until later. Yeah, a lot of people. Because Kylie's case was my very first case I ever done on this channel. I started doing lives in like June or July of 2022. And then Kylie's case hit, like the day it hit, I jumped on it.
Yeah, and I came in December 28th,
Of
2022.
22. Okay. Because I remember us sitting here watching them. They were live streaming it as they were pulling her car out of the water,
Mhm.
and I remember sitting here. I'll never forget it because it was my grandmother's birthday. That's how I can keep up with the day that they found her.
I
And
think I came in like towards the end of her.
yeah, because Betty Joe, you've been here for a while too.
Yeah, I think it
Yeah,
was like
she
when
came
that.
over right after I did.
Yeah,
And I think I mean, there were a few people that were over at Brittany's that ended up coming over here as well.
yes,
I'm
yeah,
one of.
yeah.
Yeah,
We
I
were.
know you
I
are.
think we were sharing subs there for a while.
I'll be
Yeah.
back. I'll be
Uh,
back.
All of us looking for a better place to go.
see, Courtney says she grew up in the neighboring county from Kylie. So you were in the Truckee area then, Courtney, right? Was it?
The Truckee Way.
Oh, I
Hmm.
remember that.
That stupid saying.
Yes,
Yeah.
I remember. See, all of
The
my
Truckee
Kylie stuff,
Way.
every bit of my Kylie stuff was on my old computer. And the only thing that I have, I did keep my oh shit, wait, I gotta find them here now. Was the screenshots of the Venmo stuff. I've
Right.
got them in like 4 different places. So if I ever lose them in one place, I still got them in 3 others. Okay, so yes, grew up near there. My old bosses still live in Truckee. Yeah, Tonka, you and I think King Scarlet are the two that's been here the longest.
She was over there with us too, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, you get tired of watching drama channels, so you gotta find something better to do.
Oh yeah. And
Because
the ugly
I
chuckling,
don't
we are
like.
glad that you came and joined us. I'm sorry, Betty Joe, go ahead.
I said I don't like the drama, so that's why I left over
Yeah,
from.
the drama is pointless,
It
honestly.
is.
It really is.
It's childish.
Well,
It is, but BHB is arrested. They arrested her today.
Yeah, I know. I've seen it all over the place.
I mean, that's serious.
Well, I mean, when you go there and you keep bugging,
Oh well, yeah. No, I'm glad they did. I'm just saying.
I
I
mean,
mean,
what did
some
she?
of these people are getting so out of hand
Yes. What did
exactly.
she
that
think was gonna?
that's serious.
Oh yeah.
I mean, what did she think was really gonna happen? That this mother wasn't gonna get a restraining order?
And it totally takes everything off of Sebastian and puts it on stuff that
Yeah.
Yeah, his
shouldn't
case
be
is
even
It's,
out
it's
here.
exactly. It's just like Summer Wells's case.
it's Summer Wells
It,
2.0.
yep.
Tonka, that's right. Do stupid things, win stupid prizes.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
I
Exactly.
mean, some
Do
people
I
think that they're above the law and that the law doesn't apply to them and all this and that. And I mean,
do
they
I
have
feel do I feel sorry for her? Not one
no.
bit. But I
Mm-mm.
really wish she changed her name because
I don't know. I mean, if somebody goes and they put a restraining order on you, just stay away from them.
yes, you don't keep
It's
bugging and bugging and bugging. You're gonna end
Well,
up
the thing of she's not even supposed to say their names.
no. What?
And that's the first thing she did was start a live with their names.
Okay.
Anyway, I don't want to talk bad about
Well,
anybody. I'm just saying she
no. I
she
mean, it's the
pushed it
truth
way
though.
past the point
I had a
to
restraining order
Right.
on my ex-husband. Okay,
Uh huh.
you're not, and he could not say my name. He could not come. No, he couldn't come in 500 feet of me. And when it was time for him to see the kids, I had to drop them off at his mother's. And after I left from dropping them off, that's when he could show up to see them.
Right.
So I know what a restraining order, pertains to. And if Sebastian's mother put in there about her mentioning her name or even coming close to her or anything or being seen in the same store or parking lot or anything, they will lock you up.
yeah.
So if
And she still has to go back to court for
right,
the last RO from Chris. And then
well,
she won't even be able to say face name either.
right, but if you keep continuing, they will lock you up,
Well, she's gone live several times spewing
and
their
they don't
names
play.
all over the place.
Yeah, they don't play when it comes to a restraining order no more. Before, oh well, you got a restraining order on them, so you should be good. And then ended up people getting unalived or beat up. So now they take them really serious.
Yeah, and some of these YouTubers, and I'm not going to say all of them that go to like boots on the ground or whatever, they're doing stuff like that. But whenever you get to the point where they have to put a restraining order on you, you need to take a step back.
Yes,
Absolutely. And it's going to set
absolutely.
a precedent as well.
Right.
Yeah. So
And Margaret, it doesn't help. All of that does not help find Sebastian. It just creates
no,
drama and it takes the attention off of Sebastian.
That is true.
Hey, Liza, how are you? Liza says she didn't show up to court, so she had a chance and she forfeit. Consequences are real.
Yes. If you don't show up to court for it, they will come hunt you
Well,
down.
yeah, that's an obvious.
So let me ask this question. Okay, so she drove up there now, right? Why not drive up there a couple of days earlier and make your court case hearing?
Yeah,
I don't know,
I
but
don't understand that either.
apparently she was arrested at Sebastian's vigil.
Yeah, which is exactly where she wanted to be arrested at.
Yeah, she wants to make a scene, make a name for herself.
Hmm. Yeah.
That's all it's about.
It's crazy, and she has no bond.
Nope.
Nope.
She can't bond out until she goes to court.
I mean, she knew this was going to happen. This is Sebastian's.
I think she wanted it to happen.
I
I really truly believe that.
I
But
think so.
did she not understand that this is Sebastian's vigil? His parents are going to be there. The people who have a restraining order against you,
Mm-hmm.
there is a very good chance that they're going to be there.
Yep.
Oh,
You
but
can't be
she's
around them.
saying that it wasn't true. None of this was true. That they didn't get their ROs. That her lawyer that says pro se on every document, no matter whether they're hers or the family's, uh, told her she didn't need to be there.
Yeah, I did hear that too.
It's just,
When you take out a restraining order on somebody, and if that person does not show up for court, they will grant the restraining order, but they also will put out a warrant for the other person's arrest for not showing up.
Right. I mean,
Damn,
that
hamster
should have
weekend.
been. She should have knew what was going to happen. Okay, so Liza said the
I think
parents
she
weren't
did.
there. I mean,
Yeah.
were they not there because they knew she was going to be there?
Possible.
But I mean, or were they just not there because of all the drama with everybody else that could have been there? Hey,
It's
Ashley.
Well, I'm going to say, they probably weren't there because the other
of
was
all the
there.
drama.
Well, and the father was there, and
Oh, well, okay, yeah, that too.
Like I said, all the drama.
exactly.
Yeah, I knew, Tiff, that they hadn't been to other ones or other gatherings, I guess I should say. But I didn't know if this was one that
But
they were
also,
going to go to, or
that just shows some of these people that you won't even show up to your own son's vigil.
yeah, that's just
Mm,
ridiculous.
And I
Well, I
I
understand
get
that,
there's
but
drama, and I get there's this, and I get there's that. But he is your son. Let him talk. Show up. Let him talk. The saying is, sticks and stones will break my bones, but words will never hurt me.
I think they're doing what law enforcement told them to
Well,
do.
yeah, that too. It could be the law enforcement told him not to show up, but who knows?
Right.
Yeah,
We
but I mean,
don't know.
it's your son. You know what I'm saying? Go and show
Well,
your appreciation to the people who's
Mm.
I
actually
don't
there to
know.
help.
Because let me tell you, nobody in God's green earth would ever stop me. Not even law enforcement.
No, I mean, I would want to go to at least acknowledge the people that's actually there to help and do good and search and thank them and and stuff like that.
I mean, what are they going to do? Lock them up because they went to their son's vigil? Don't think so.
No,
No.
I don't know if they did anything or not. Okay.
No, nobody does, but still.
Right.
But the only thing I know is that, they tried speaking up and it turned into a whole
Yeah.
crap show, so law enforcement is telling them be quiet. So that if that's what's best for Sebastian, then I would
Yeah.
shut up. They're still doing things behind the scenes. She's got t-shirts that she gives out. She does flyers. There's a whole lot of stuff that woman
Oh,
does
I know.
behind the
I
scenes.
know. I see it, but
Honestly,
still.
I mean, his dad has been searching one time that we know of.
When
Okay.
him.
He's just out here talking to everybody, making him look like he's doing something.
Mm-hmm. That's all it is. When he's actually sitting home in his recliner, drinking, sucking
Yeah,
down beers.
interested in women. Like, okay,
Hey, Vapor.
My thing is, to be honest, none of them should have came to YouTube. Just let the YouTubers talk about the case. They should have just stayed away from YouTube.
I
And
agree. But then we'd be yelling, why aren't they saying something? I mean, I think sometimes you can't win for losing.
no, that's true too. But I wouldn't say that because that's their child is missing. Now, if it came out that they had something to do with it, then that's a whole different ball game. But until everybody knows the facts, you're just assuming, and that's what that one that got arrested is doing, assuming.
There's been so many distractions, so many.
Yeah, and it takes it all off of Sebastian.
It does, every
Let's
bit
pay
of it. It's
attention to this one.
disgusting.
Let's pay attention to that one. Let's pay attention to this one because they got the father on their channel. Or let's. It's so disgusting.
It really is.
He's been missing what? How much? 6 months now.
Yeah, a little
What
more.
was it, February or March?
It was February 26th.
February.
Yeah, February 26th.
So tomorrow will be 6 months
Yeah.
on 26th.
So, the poor kid's been missing for 6 months, and it's always about the parents or who can do this to piss off this person or that person.
No, I'm sorry, I'm gonna say it, be mean. No, it's all about Seth.
Yeah.
Seth makes it all about Chris and Katie, but it really is all about Seth.
Oh, I know.
Sorry, y'all. I'm looking something up real quick.
And in my honest opinion, and I'm sorry, he's a piece of garbage. Because you don't put your son's
I'll agree with that.
you don't put your son's business on what he's done growing up out on YouTube.
Yeah, he should not have done that.
That is nobody's business but that child's.
That's true.
So if he did run away, well, shame on Seth because it's all his fault.
Yeah. Absolutely. I mean, what has Seth contributed?
Nothing.
Nothing but chaos and
Nothing.
distraction.
Yep.
And the only time he sheds a tear is whenever he talks about his divorce. I'm sorry, I don't like the man.
I can see why she divorced him.
I wouldn't, the thing of it is I think that's why they don't go to the vigils. I think that's why she lets Chris talk to him. Because he's so disgusting that she doesn't want to be around him. Or, I mean, okay, we've heard him on panels, Betty Joe. He can get really,
Oh, I know.
really low and disgusting. Like, I wouldn't want to be around that.
Blocked for trying to say something to him, so I know. I don't care. I'll call you out. I called him out, and I got blocked for it. But whatever. When it comes to kids, I don't play.
Yeah.
Hold on, y'all.
So when I tried to call him out, I got blocked. So whatever. Lucky I don't ride down to Durham, North Carolina.
The thing of it is, I mean, when he first came out, at least Sebastian was at the forefront. There's been lives that he's been on or Tony's been on that they haven't mentioned Sebastian's name one time in reference to Sebastian.
Mm-hmm.
It's just sad.
I don't know. I just don't. I don't care. I don't like the way he put that all out there.
Yeah, that shouldn't have been put out there.
Yeah, this is what your Kiwi says. Seth quit his job, moaned a lot, spoke bad of his ex and son, Grifts and hangs with the lowlifes of YouTube. Seth is done. I agree.
Yeah, I agree too. I'm sorry. I just, like I said, when it comes to kids, I get very.
It's like Summer Wells 2.0. Honestly.
Yeah, because when her freaking dad come up on YouTube, same old. It's like, stay off of YouTube. These babies deserve better.
Right. And it just gets where people start fighting over who's on whose panel, or
Mhm.
you have people who are YouTube creators that are friends, and then you get the parent up on their panel, and then the other one's mad about it.
Yep, and then they
I've
become enemies.
look how many times it happened in Summer Wells' case.
Yep. Well, I know I was around for Summer Wells.
Yeah.
Okay, but I don't think that Summer Will's father ever pretended like he was on a show by
No,
packing his cigarettes
no,
Wait, you don't think he ever what?
was putting on the show.
Oh, no,
and
No, he.
pretending.
no.
That's how disgusting this man has gotten. Okay, I mean, if I was Sebastian, I wouldn't want to be around him. I can't imagine how embarrassing and how.
I
Ugh.
mean, Don Wells has done a pretty good job of doing
Oh,
some
him
stupid
and him and
shit.
Candace both. They, I mean, just being drunk
Yeah.
and all the stuff that we know about them, and yeah, it was it was literally a shit show
Hmm.
every night on YouTube for months, with
Yep.
just with different YouTubers
Yep.
and their lives.
And I've been on every one of their channels.
Oh yeah, because I mean, they would start
I
like
mean,
early in the morning. You would start out in Texas, and Betty Joe, you know who I'm talking about, that was out in
hmm
Texas,
yep.
and then we would go from him. He'd be trying to rap and
Hmm. Please.
and get other people arrested, and
Yep.
then you would go out to Tennessee, and then you'd go
Hmm.
to. I mean, it was an all day thing, and it would start back the very next day. It was just like
Yep.
a domino effect every single day. It was a complete shit show.
Yep. And that's exactly what's happening to Sebastian's case. It's becoming a shit show.
And that's sad
And
because
it is because it takes the focus off finding him,
yep,
just like it took the focus off finding Summer.
yep. Because I mean, you ain't heard nothing in Summer's case lately.
Nope.
I don't know. I haven't heard any type of new details. If they're even still searching, if they have any
I think
new leads or anything on her
I
case.
think they gave up their parental rights to
Oh
her.
no, they were taken away. They didn't give them
They
up.
were taken away.
They were taken.
Yeah, yeah. They the the sons that they had,
Hmm.
they claimed that to begin with that they were taken away. Then they claimed that they gave them up because for their safety.
Yep.
So
No, they were taken.
yeah,
The
they were.
last,
No, I mean about Summer.
yeah, the last court date
Yeah.
that they had for the boys to get the boys back, they were denied and
Mm,
taken. They said they will no
Oh no,
longer.
that's not what I mean, Betty Joe. I mean, I think they gave up parental rights to Summer.
Uh, you
oh,
know
you
what?
mean
That's
like they gave
That's
her
what.
away to someone?
No,
that's
I think the latest I've heard on it, and forgive me because I haven't followed it in a very long time, and I really didn't. I mean, I followed it, but I wasn't. I didn't know anything about live panels and things like that back then.
oh,
Mm,
I knew
So
all.
I'm not sure when things came out, but I heard recently that recently they gave up their parental rights to Summer. I don't know, does that mean like they gave up their parental rights so I mean, how does that affect when they find or
Well,
if
see,
they find Summer?
well,
You know
see,
what I mean?
that's what I'm saying. They went to court. They had a court date for all of them, the boys and Summer, because if Summer was ever found, she wasn't to be given back to them. So they had a court date and they lost parental rights to all of them.
Yeah.
The boys, because the boys even said they did not want to go back home.
Yeah, see, that was the last thing that I had heard whenever it came to the boys, that they did not want to go back home to Don and Candace.
Nope.
So when was that? How long ago was that?
I think it was last year.
Let's see, what is this? This is August of 2024.
Mm-hmm. I think it was
Maybe it was
year.
because it was her anniversary, 3rd-year anniversary. Maybe that's why I heard it.
I want to say probably the first part of 2023.
Yeah.
Is when that came out about the boys saying that, or maybe before that. It might have been before that, and it just doesn't seem, because it really doesn't seem like she's been missing as long as she's been missing.
Yeah, exactly.
Because a lot of stuff, a lot of drama has went on since she went missing.
I'll say. I mean, make sure this cat eating this.
People being arrested. They ain't even got nothing to do with the case, but somehow got involved in the case, get arrested, people getting them arrested, people stalking people, people making threats to other people. It's a lot has went on in that case since it first came out. And that was right. Oh, what's her name? The Boswell girl.
Megan
Okay.
Boswell.
So her case started right. Was hers before or after Summer?
I
It was.
believe it was before.
But wasn't long before.
No.
Because when Summer started, you didn't hear anything else about Megan Boswell.
I think Megan Boswell's was 2019.
Okay. So yeah.
And then Summer went missing in 2020.
2020 or 2021?
Might have been 21.
Let me look it up because
I know it's June 15th, but I don't know if it's 2020 or 2021.
There's so many that we have to keep up with. My dates. June 15, 2021.
Yeah. Okay.
She was 5 years old.
I think Megan's was either 2019 or 2020.
Let me see when this was. I just remember that when Summer started. Okay, February 2020 is when Megan Boswell was arrested.
Yeah, that's when she was arrested.
Okay, then the body of Evelyn was found March of 2020.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, but when Summer's case started, you didn't hear anything else about Megan Boswell and Evelyn Boswell's case.
Yep.
Summer's just, for whatever reason, it was like with Gabby Petito, it just took off.
Yeah.
Everybody gravitated to it.
Yeah, because as soon as Gabby went missing, people stopped talking about Summer. And then after Gabby was found, then they went back to Summer's.
Yeah.
And then Michael Vaughn, he went missing like the month after Summer did.
And I don't know. I always had a weird feeling, though, that they both had, I don't know why, and they're so many miles apart and all them states away from each other. It just seems like they're both close to the same age. They both have blonde hair. They both look like they could literally be brother and sister, and they go missing around the same time.
Yeah, because hers was June 15th, and this was July 20th.
Yeah, it wasn't. They were like right there together.
Yeah.
Tonka, that is true. Gabby pulled a lot of people into true crime. I think when Gabby's case started, uh, I came into true crime during Lori Vallow, but before Lori, I didn't know there was a true crime community, but I still wasn't like really heavy into it.
Right.
Then my husband, he got to watching 6ix9ine and all his shenanigan bullshit, and went and was watching a guy that's in true crime now. At that time, he really was, and he was just talking about the case. So we got, let's keep trying to keep up with that. And then when Gabby started, that's when I really like. I was on YouTube every day watching them sitting outside in front of the laundry's house.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Yeah, I started watching that too. BHB was involved with that one too, wasn't she?
Yep.
That's when I first learned of her, Molly, and JLR.
Yep.
Yep.
That was the first time I'd ever seen any of them.
Everything that woman touches turns crazy.
Yeah.
I'm gonna behave.
It's crazy though that those cases have been out that long. Because it was Summer, then Michael, then Gabby, all in 3 months.
Yep.
That they went missing. It's crazy.
Yeah, and I can tell you which ones those are. Ashes.
Yeah. So good on.
Mm.
I'm not gonna say nothing.
Good man. I think I'll leave that one there.
How can I put this so y'all know who I'm talking about without me saying her name? I don't know how to put it. I'm just gonna be nice. Hey Jen, how are you? It would be, if you want to get prayed for and cussed out in the same sentence. Y'all know who I'm talking about.
Uh-huh.
Yep.
Well.
So there's one that needs to be locked up for life. Wait, Ashes, who are you talking about? And V, how are you?
Hey, there's my Virginia Limbs.
I haven't seen V in forever.
I haven't either.
Oh, Ashes has got me curious now. I know one of them that was involved in Summer's case. I don't know if he's in jail now or not, but he was popping in and out of jail like the last year a lot. Oh no, the ugly chuckling. This woman, she ain't even got to have a meltdown. Okay, it just comes
It's
natural.
just normal.
Yeah, it's just natural for her. But quoting the Bible and then cussing in the same sentence. You need holy water and some sage and everything when you leave over there.
Yeah.
Tanel, am I saying your name correctly? I hope I am. Yes, if it is, if it's on the judge's YouTube channel on the 29th, then yes, I will stream it because I don't have anything else to do on the 29th. As of right now, I don't.
You've been here. Well, how come you haven't said hello?
Who? I've been here, guys. I'm not. You're on my thought. Yeah, B. I haven't seen you in God, forever. It seems like it's been a while.
I usually see her around here and there too, but I haven't here lately either.
It's been a long time. Okay, so Tony says if I'm not totally drunk, I will go live after school. And I'm going to put this link to Kylie's. For those who are in Discord, I did put. I can't believe I went all this time and did not have a Kylie Rodney channel on my Discord. So I made one today, and I put the FBI files in there. But I'm gonna go ahead and post it here also, just in case for those who are not in Discord. Oh, Ashes. Yes. I think he's on the run, from what I understand. So, I used to keep up with him. Um, every live that he did, we would keep up with him and what he was doing and what was going on. And some things were entertaining or whatever, but I think he's on the run right now. Betty Jo, you know who she's talking about? Yeah.
I think put it in back chat. I think I
Check
do.
back chat because I put something in there.
Yes, Betty Jo. That's who I was talking about a minute ago. That was popping in and out for a while.
Yeah, that's.
But I think he
but
is.
this one's a different one, isn't it?
Oh yeah, no.
Yes.
Go ahead and tell her.
You know what, Betty Jo? I done forgot the dude's damn name.
Shit. What the?
Ernie?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, I know who you're talking about.
I completely
Both
forgot.
pieces of crap.
That was funny. Ernie?
Yeah.
I about fell off my bed.
Yeah, I haven't watched him in a while.
He's not. He's
What's
running.
to watch?
Yeah, I figured that. Well, the last thing I heard he was, but I'd never laughed so hard though until when him and Lisa was together doing their little thing. That was hilarious.
That guy's crazy.
Yes, we
I
know.
mean, I think he's literally crazy and
so is the one I put in back chat.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the one in back chat that Betty Jo's talking about. That was the rapper I was talking about.
Yeah.
No, I didn't know that.
I used to go on his. I used to watch his channel. I never would comment or say anything, right? And then one day he started on about someone. I just went off. He blocked me.
Have you noticed like these names are starting to pop up again?
Yeah, but his won't.
Well, no, I know, but
jail.
like it's like ones you haven't heard from in like 3 years or whatever, never, like Molly and they're just kind of recycling back into things.
Yeah.
I didn't think they were supposed to have YouTube channels anymore, but.
And then there was another one, and I don't really want to say their name just because they've been arrested, but they have some other stuff that's going on with them as well. But they were really big into Summer's case, and I mean, they were even trying to like help Candace get the house together and all the sheetrock and everything put up, and then they kind of just went downhill big time with what happened to them.
I just remember all those unbelievably long lives during Kylie Rodney.
Oh yeah. Oh, I was doing like 4 or 5 hour lives at that time.
At least. I remember, there was one creator did like almost 12 hours.
Yeah.
It was nice because I could jump from, like one would quit and I'd jump to another one that was still on and another one that was still on. And then I just quit jumping on the other ones. I just came to you.
Yeah, there was a couple of us that was on Kylie's every night. And I got along with them for the most part. We wouldn't collab, but, I would still.
Right.
Support them in what they were doing and all that. But after a while, it just got where there was a lot of craziness that was being said and all that. So he's been trying to involve himself in Sebastian's case. Oh, good God.
Oh, no.
Yes, I saw that about where Ian Taylor had said that if Brian did not get a change of venue, that the locals in their questionnaire, like the Latah County locals, were saying that they would unalive him. They would burn down the courthouse. There was like a lot of different threats, and the parents would take care of him, or if he walked on this, that he wouldn't last long outside of the courthouse. And yes, I did see that too.
That's crazy.
So I think that could be another reason why he would possibly get a change of venue.
Yeah, it's most likely. I mean, most likely he will. I mean, everybody wants a fair trial.
Exactly. And okay,
So
look, that's
if
part of being a U.S. citizen. You are entitled to your fair trial. And if that means a change of venue, then
yep,
he needs to get the change of venue.
yep. Because I want him to have a fair trial because I want him to go to prison.
Yes, because if it comes out and they present the evidence and 1,000% prove that he did it, he needs to go to prison and he needs to go to death row.
Yep,
All there is
that's
to it.
exactly what I want. So if it takes changing the venue to get a fair trial, so be it.
Sorry about that.
No, you're good. I was typing something real quick.
I went to get some cigarettes.
Okay, I'm just trying to catch back up in chat. And y'all talking about cigarettes. I ain't had no nicotine in 2 days, and y'all were fussing at me over some damn Red Bull earlier.
Hey,
Why haven't you
calm
had
down.
any? You got your vape.
I do, but I'm out of juice, and I just haven't went to town to get any.
You do like me. I do both.
Oh, I can't smoke cigarettes. I don't like the taste of them.
Then why are you... Wait a minute. I'm confused.
Because I haven't felt like going to get the juice.
Oh, okay.
I hate this phone.
Yeah, and Vapor, I don't think changing the venue will stop the justice or whatever. I just think that in order for him to get a fair trial, they need to change the venue. I do vape though, not as much anymore. Yeah, I've been without juice for 2 days, and I just didn't feel like going to get any. So I got 2 Red Bull today, and then I got fussed at for it. I had to go pout for a little while.
Go pout.
I did. I was all up in Discord pouting over it.
How far of a drive is it?
45 minutes.
45
wow,
minutes.
that's a long drive.
Yeah, and it's hot, and I just I don't want to go.
That's like earlier today. I needed cigarettes, so I told my daughter, I said, I need cigarettes because, she buys my cigarettes for watching the baby. And she said, well, I don't feel like I said, if you don't give me cigarettes, you're not gonna like the mean side of me.
Exactly.
I said, because you know me, if I don't have a cigarette within a couple hours, we're going at it.
I would like to just vape, but my husband, he's like, no. But I'm like, I probably wouldn't smoke as much at all if I just vaped.
Well, see, if I'm doing something like the baby's room, I'll take a cigarette maybe every couple hours because this room is like driving me crazy.
It's just a few more toys.
Just a few more toys. This child has a toy store in
She
her
did not.
bedroom.
She did not have that many in that picture. Now I think you're
That's because
exaggerating.
I haven't emptied up. There's boxes in her closet I have to go through.
I think you're exaggerating, Betty.
I'm not. I'm really not. I'm taking a picture tomorrow and I'm sending it to you.
Okay, Tanel asks, he was talking about BK. The real question is, what if he's innocent? If he's innocent,
innocent?
that means somebody else is still out there that did this, and
Exactly.
that's
Right.
very dangerous.
But do I think in my opinion, do I think he's innocent? No. But that's just my opinion.
I mean, if he's innocent, then they need to, yeah, go find the person who did this instead of waiting all this long. Literally, in just a few months, it'll be 2 years since this happened. So,
Well, I went back to the very first live, and we were talking about that, and I gave my opinion of what I thought. I wasn't really too far. I still believe the same thing that I believed back then. My
Right.
mind hasn't changed on him at all. But then when you throw this Brian Drake case in with it, it does make you have some questions about the either cover up or
the law
corruption.
enforcement part of it.
Yeah, because they're the same law enforcement that took both cases, the same people.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Sure.
I mean,
we got less
nobody-
than a year before the trial starts, so
yeah. We're not going to know until it starts to come out.
well, all I know is I ain't got nothing to do for those 6 to 8 or however long it takes. Weeks.
Exactly. Hopefully it won't be 9 months. Like wasn't God? How long was OJ's? OJ's
11,
was like
11 months.
yeah, 11 months. God, that was crazy.
Well,
no, I don't think this one's going to take 11 months.
We have waited too long for the trial. So,
oh yeah.
You know, we had our hopes up for a couple of different dates. Now we have a definite date. I have nothing to do. So, I just hopefully Big Brother doesn't start next year because I'm going to be screwed.
She'll be watching it and streaming the trial.
I'll have the trial going on the computer and watching Big Brother live feeds on the TV.
Yep.
That's what I'm doing right now. So.
Yo, I'm so mad at these. This season is really irritating.
I'm still trying to figure out what the hell Tucker and Angela, because I know that it's part of the veto and their punishment from the veto or whatever.
What they're wearing?
Yeah.
I'd like to know that too. Because
Tucker was reading books and Angela is carrying trash to trash cans in the backyard. So I don't know.
But what really irritates me is these feeds. The live feed keeps going down. It never did that last year.
Mm-mm. I don't know. Something must have happened yesterday for him to be down for 8 hours.
Yeah, but it wasn't Leah.
No.
Because she's still there.
And then something was said about somebody having to go to medical. And so maybe they were letting them sleep, so they kept the feeds off. And then until they woke back up or whatever.
Well, I know Rabina burned her leg or something.
Yeah, her leg was, but that was a while back though. I don't think she even has it still bandaged up.
I don't know. And then the AI instigator.
Oh,
I wonder who the instigator is.
All I know is if it's Tucker, he's going to be in a lot of trouble because of what was said about Rabina. They all need to be sent to. Wait, Vapor, who are you talking about? He can't be talking about Big Brother.
He better not be.
I don't know. Tucker looks like a damn alien walking around with something blue on his head and a silver suit.
Oh, I know.
Lord. What the hell he's got going on? Angela's walking back and forth putting trash in a trash can. Betty Joe, he was talking about Big Brother.
Vapor.
I just can't see Vapor watching Big Brother. Vapor. I'm sorry.
Obviously, he doesn't because Tonka's like, I'm staying out of Big Brother.
Listen.
I tried. I've just missed way too much.
Y'all just don't know what you're missing.
No. And we got Survivor coming up next before Big Brother's over with.
They just don't know what they're missing. That's all.
I'm
Don't put
just
our
gonna
big.
have to. We'll just have to go on the show like we talked about. We got to get King Scarlet to go with us, and then
Don't.
they'll have to watch it.
Don't put our big brother down. Big brother down unless you watch it.
I'm not putting
We're
it
allowed
down. I'm
That's
just
why
saying I can't
Ashes.
keep up. It's just too, just like I'm way too far behind to try
Oh,
to work all of it out.
you gotta be on top of the live feeds
Yes, you got to be right there.
and
Well,
the
but I don't know
spoilers.
the backstories of all of these people. When they mention
Oh, I
this
can
or
tell
that,
you.
I
I
have
can
no
tell you
idea.
about every single one of them.
Yeah, we all Bill scared. But
Oh, Betty Joe Ash just wants to go with us on it.
that's fine.
That's
More the merrier.
that's
We
our
can put
top
them.
four right there.
Yep, we can put them all. We can put the rest of them out. Just remember, whoever wins splits money.
Yeah, we got to
He
split
said
it.
he never will watch.
And then we'll hit up Survivor because I can definitely spend 30 days on the beach.
Courtney watched it 20 years ago.
It wasn't as good though. Like, well, I don't know. 20 years ago, Big Brother they were savage.
Yeah, they
Like,
were.
they were,
See, that's what I'm saying.
they
Some
played
of
the
these,
game.
yeah, some of these competitions, it's like they don't even have to work hard to get head of household or veto.
No,
Not like it was in the past years where you had to
people,
work your ass off to get.
Well,
yeah,
20 years, I mean, society has changed so much in 20
Well,
years.
but
I'm
I
no,
sorry,
know.
there's a
they
bunch of
like,
snowflakes now.
well, see, like some of the comps that they have now, they had back then. But the thing is, the house guests that they had back then were not afraid to make big moves like they are
Yes,
now.
right. Yeah. It's like, let me ask this one if we can make this move. Or let me ask this one if we should do this. It's like, play your own
Right,
game.
just do it.
Just
And so they're
like Tucker did. Tucker turned that house upside down.
really did.
He wasn't playing.
Oh, he didn't took two people out to block, and then damn Cam gonna win that veto today.
Yeah, I heard he won the veto. Because
He ain't won nothing all week, or all season, but he gonna win the veto today.
that's what I'm saying. And
Oh
then,
yeah, Ashley says she hates when they have to all vote together. Oh yeah, because it's got to be a house vote because you don't want to go against the house in a vote.
yeah, and
Just
that's
vote
what
however you want to vote.
irritates me. Remember when they would do, like, had a split and then the head of household would have to
Yes.
vote to. They
Yeah.
don't even do that.
No. Well, it hasn't. They haven't had a. Have they had an even vote this year?
No, because they all vote for the same fucking one to go out. They all say, "Oh, well, let's put this one out," like they
Yeah.
did, with Matt, like they did with Lisa, like they did with Cedric,
Well,
like they
I
did.
can tell you
I
what,
wanted Brooklyn
Lisa
gone.
and her damn
Oh, I know.
her
I want her
edible
gone too.
flipping. I would have shoved that edible glitter down her damn throat.
Oh, I know. I wanted her gone, and I wanted Brooklyn gone.
Yeah, I don't like Brooklyn.
Because Brooklyn just
I thought y'all liked Brooklyn.
no.
No.
Oh, okay.
She was. I don't know. She had an attitude like she was Miss Priss
Oh
and
yeah.
could not do no wrong. Couldn't even win a competition.
Did not like her. I did not like Lisa. Didn't
Was she
know
the
if
older one?
No,
Lisa.
Angela.
Yeah,
Anna.
Angela's the oldest one.
Yeah, she's the
The older
oldest one, but
lady.
I think Tucker has her under control.
Yeah.
Like after he talked to her,
Ara.
After he took her off of the thing.
after he took her off the block and he talked to her, she ain't
Elliot.
flipped out yet.
Mr. Elliot just came in.
Hey Elliot, how are you?
But they're the good old days. But I mean, to me, I hope MJ wins the AI arena. If there is, I mean, she won last time. I hope she does this time.
Yeah, hold on, Aura. Let me grab it for you real quick. And how long has that been? Okay, so I'll be here probably another 10 or 15 minutes. Oh shit! Hold on. Let me.
Damn, it's 3:00.
Yeah, I've been on here almost 2 hours. All right, there you go, Aura. Wait, I was just gonna answer somebody back. Who was it? Yeah, to know where she's at, and I hope I'm saying her name right. No, or you can come up for a little bit if you want to. Where Betty Jo's at is almost 3, or no, it would be 3 now.
Yeah, it's 3:01.
Yeah, because it's 2:01 where I'm at.
I'm sorry, I didn't see that, Aura. I was looking for something else. Wasn't paying attention to the chat as closely as I was.
Baby said this is true crime.
Yeah, that's what I was wanting to answer back.
It's all the things.
I mean, y'all know.
Well,
that,
we were true crime until we got on Big Brother, so.
True crime.
yeah, I
Big
mean,
Brother.
we've basically covered. We've covered Kohberger. We've covered
Mhm.
Ryan's case.
Burns. Summer.
Summer, Kylie's. I'm still trying to figure out why Sarah Boone's got staples in her clothes.
I haven't seen that.
I haven't figured out why. There's no explanation why she had staples hid in her clothes.
Oh, what?
You
Yeah.
had them hid?
When she went to court the other day on August the 14th, she had a hearing. You know, she motioned the court to be uncuffed but in shackles during any type of pretrial hearings. So the judge granted that, and then during her actual trial, she will be uncuffed and unshackled but have the sun cuff on. Well, for whatever reason, she had staples they had found in her clothing.
She probably got him from all of that paperwork.
Ooh.
I don't know. They never. Wait, what? Big nice Scarlet Sarah might be Betty's. That would be funny. But anyway, so when they bring her back from the courtroom, then they find the staples. They're like in the seam of her. I don't know if it was her shirt or pants or whatever. And they were like, okay, you can't have that. That's contraband. And they have to issue her new jailhouse blues is what they called them. But I'm still trying to figure out, like, how did she get them in there and why did she put them in there? And there's no explanation for when and
that's
why.
why she's handcuffed too. I mean, they can't trust her. She's probably going to try to pick her handcuffs or something. Who knows?
But she wouldn't.
Hi,
but
Aura.
she wouldn't have had cuffs on though. That's the thing. Hey, Aura, how are
Nope.
you?
She wouldn't have had cuffs on her.
Hey there, I'm catching up on, I don't know what exactly you're talking about at this exact moment, so I'm just kind of listening. But thank you for letting me up. I know you're all
welcome.
winding down.
It is good to see you. It's been a while.
It has been a while, but I'm glad that you're still going, Miss Scarlett.
Oh yeah, I'm back. I was out for like a month, being sick and all that. And I'm easing back into it.
Yeah, I hear you. Me too. I've been gone for a little while, but I'm kind of going back at it again. So.
Yeah, I'm starting to see around a little bit. So I think what was it? I can't remember. It seems like I saw your name someplace in a chat.
I went live yesterday to talk about the those documents in the Kylie Rodney case.
Yes.
The FBI stuff, which was kind of. I mean, I know you guys already spoke about it, but I guess I wasn't here for that. But it just seemed kind of. It just seemed like that document dump was just something to keep us chasing our tails.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it was very heavily redacted. It would have been a lot easier if they would have left at least the first name of the people in there, because like I said earlier, a lot of the reports that Lindsay had done, you knew that they were talking about Lindsay.
Right.
Oh yeah.
You know, but there's other ones, like they're talking about this person of interest that drove the did I say Acura? No, I didn't say Acura.
Yeah, Acura.
Was that what it was?
Yeah.
Yeah, I do think it's bullshit.
Well, I couldn't figure out.
I do.
Yeah, I don't.
Sorry.
Who the hell was driving? No, an Audi, not an Acura, an Audi. Who did we know in the case that was driving an Audi?
Nobody.
Actually, it was
because
Wait a minute. Wasn't it
one of the
Sam?
kids. One of the kids was.
Wasn't Sammy driving one?
No, she didn't drive
No.
there.
Oh, that's right.
She was driven.
Yeah, that's right.
but she had some little bitty red maroon looking
Right.
car. I forgot.
Oh yeah. I remember that now.
But I was because at first I thought it might have been Jagger, but his car was a Nissan. And so I was trying to think of like whoever it was a person of interest.
Jagger, Sammy, obviously. The last people that saw her, Evan, the people that were parked next to her in the car, and in the report they actually talk about that, how those people that were parked next to her didn't see her. And in the document it says she was last seen by friends and classmates. And she didn't go to the same school as these people, so the only classmates that she was there with was one of them was Evan. I don't know what other classmates she was with from Forest Charter.
Right. And they saw her walk in the woods, but then they also seen her drive away by herself.
Well, there were multiple reports of that, so I'm wondering if one of those reports was Elsa's reports, but it was all redacted. So what's the point in releasing anything if you just gave us blank pages?
Yeah.
But I mean,
that's a nonsense.
Enough of us know about the case at this point to know, like, okay, I know who saw her in the woods. We know who this and that. However, it was interesting where it says the last people to see her were friends and classmates. So it was specific, not just friends or acquaintances. It was friends and classmates. Right. That's an important, I think, detail to maybe touch on in the future is the classmates. Who are these classmates?
All right. Well, then, we'd always heard about there was like close to 300 people there. Well, then they come out on, I think it was like, what page did I write? Page 95. And they said based on the investigation conducted by the FBI and Nevada and Placer County, that there was 150 to 300 individuals. Instead of one party, there were several related parties in the general area of the Prosser family campground.
Yeah, they did mention that. But yeah, there was nothing about Nick, and there was nothing about a fight either. But a fight was something that was talked about a lot, but it wasn't in that report unless it was redacted.
Yeah.
How come the kids' statements were not put in this FBI file?
No, of course not. Because Sammy.
It was mostly just FBI tips.
Right. But even those were redacted.
Oh, heavily. Which I
So what was the point?
I mean, I understand the tips being redacted, but I mean, we knew it was Lindsay that they were talking about.
Right. That's what I mean. Like, redact the names, but why the story? You can redact so-and-so saw this and this at the party and they fought and so-and-so, But they just redacted everything. The whole story, the whole witness statement. Yeah. Why?
It was a very hard files to read. Is the CHP case even closed? I know that whenever I called like a while back, it hadn't been. I don't know about now. I know that they said that that's what they were. What's it?
Miss Scarlett, do you know why this document dump happened in the first place?
No.
Because I was sent the link, right? So I didn't go and look for it. So was this requested by a certain creator or something, and then it was shared, or I'm kind of curious about the origins.
No, I mean it's on the FBI website. Like
someone had to go find it.
I know that you can log into it, like you make an account where you can go into the FBI website. They call it the vault, and that's where they have like all of these different, like there's Michael Jackson, there's Anna Nicole Smith, there's Kurt Cobain, there's like all of these different case files in there. I think it said 1,600 or something like that on there. So I'm pretty sure when a new case is uploaded to that, they probably get a notification.
Okay.
And when Kylie's was uploaded, they got the notification that it had done hit.
I think it's always interesting, like the video on October 4th that was released of Kylie's car going into the water. We never really we never actually. I tried to do some research on it, and a lot of creators just turned me away because they didn't want to like reveal their source.
You talking about the fire cam footage?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't
And it
believe
was
the fire cam footage.
and it was given to only certain creators, and a link was given to them. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so it's just like strategic in that way that the information was let out, and then now you have these documents. So it's always, I guess, interesting to wonder just how this came about in the first place, and that will tell you a lot about the agenda, I guess.
Right. Yeah. The fire cam footage, I never believed.
Well, I mean, it's real
Yeah.
footage, so I'm wondering what that was all about, right? Because the source never revealed itself, and it sent a link to many creators, and then creators just thought it was the Bible, and then they just pushed that narrative.
But there was it was a real video. I don't think it was from. I do not think that was Kylie's car going in the water. I think the video was manipulated in some way to make it look like that.
It was immediately manipulated because the first person that it was sent to was Gray Hughes, and what he did with it was manipulated. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
And then after that, that video was just shared and then like copied and replicated. There was actually it was manipulated immediately after it was released.
Because he did that overlay thing.
Yeah.
Right. So it's manipulation. That's his guess. He was guessing.
And then what was the dude that had the he was claiming that he was going to hire a PI, and people were raising money for him, and come to find out it was a scam.
Yes, I know. Yeah, that guy that was like all about Kylie. It's probably better if we don't say his name.
I can't think of his name, but y'all know who I'm talking about. Anyway, he tried to do this whole big manipulation of it as well and explain it and blah blah blah, and that dude was just a complete fraud, like from the jump.
Every link that you clicked on was a scam.
Yeah. And so and Vapor put it in the chat.
Yes, Vapor comes through.
But that wasn't. I don't think that was his name.
No, but it was like Backtube Jube Lube or back.
It was something. It had those three words in it, but I don't. That was how it was.
Oops. YouTube back.
Something like that.
I feel bad making fun of it because this guy used his cat's death to raise money.
Yeah, and he would go around, drive around trucking to these different places, like people's houses, or claim that they were these houses,
right? And
all this and that. And every time it was something, but we got to get more money. We need more money for this.
I need more subscribers. Please join so I can reveal the truth, and we can fight these trucky people together with your $3. Subscribe to my page.
And his manila folder that he had up there that had blank paper in it.
Yeah, right.
But I feel terrible making fun of someone that probably had a lot of mental health issues. So I'm probably
Vapor said he created a website now.
That don't surprise me. I just know.
But I'm behind on the Karen Reed case, so I'm just gonna listen to you all.
I
chat about that.
I didn't even keep up with that case. I got through like 2 pages of an affidavit, and that's as far as I could get past it.
They're supposed to set a new trial for her, but I don't know.
But is she going to get, for sure, a new trial? Because I know that there's some people think she is, some people think she's not.
Yeah, I don't.
I'm lost. Who?
Karen Reed.
Oh.
It takes a lot for someone to get a new trial. There has to be significant evidence to get a new trial for anything. I wish that Gypsy Rose would go back, or at least have a trial, but we're not going to get that.
Yeah. To be honest, I don't think she needs a new trial because what was it? Something about how they read it how the judge read it to the jurors. She read it wrong, so they answered wrong or something, or they checked the box that wasn't not guilty for something.
I
And
don't know.
then
I didn't even keep up with it.
see I kept up with it, but I can't remember if they said the judge read it wrong to the jurors or she read it wrong when they checked. So I don't think she should have to have another trial. I think they should find her not guilty because she didn't do it.
I don't know. It was just too many moving parts and people
Many
and all
people
that.
involved.
And I would have went into it covering it, way after the beginning of it, and it would have just been too hard to try to catch people up on what was going on and what had happened
Yeah.
that hadn't been following it. It would have been a lot. Like it would have
Yeah,
been
I
hours and
tried.
hours worth of live streaming just to get everybody caught up because I wasn't even caught up.
Yeah,
I
I
was so
wasn't
confused
either,
in
and
2 pages.
I watched the whole
I tried to
trial.
catch up, but there was no way at that point.
I mean, I got like I said, I got confused after 2 or 3 pages
Yeah,
of
me
the
too.
PCA. There was just so much. She went here and she left at this time, and they did this, and all these different people involved in it. And for whatever reason, she went to the house and picked somebody up, went back to her house, and went. It was just so much that I was
Okay.
like, yeah, I can't do this.
Well, just like, did you see where Murdoch might get off?
Yes, somebody posted that in Discord today that he may get off free on it, but I don't understand how though.
I
Well,
don't need
because someone can have a mistrial or get off if something. It was one of the jurors.
Yeah,
Something
but
happened with one of the jurors.
but
And so
he's been charged with all the money that he stole.
right,
So
but
he'll still spend. He still should spend
The
time
rest of
in
his life.
that.
well, but see, that's the thing. You can have a trial and be convicted of something, but if there's an indiscrepancy in the process of that trial where you were convicted, you can, if you have a good enough attorney, which he can have, and he's an attorney himself and is from a family of attorneys, you can fight any little loophole to get yourself
Right.
out of that conviction just because there was a mistake.
Right, but the only thing that he could be let off on is the murder charges.
Well, I mean,
All
that's
the
enough.
fraud, the fraud charges. That was all total different.
Yeah, but so imagine if he can get off on that, then he can argue everything else. Because with law, it's all about the practice of law, interpretation of law.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is he was charged with the fraud and stealing money
Correct.
that's separate from the murder trial.
Yes, but
But
once you poke a hole in the tire, it will go flat eventually. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know how. I mean, there would have had to been a technicality in that case too,
Well,
because
Casey Anthony got off because of a technicality also.
oh yeah, she definitely
Which is
did. I'm not saying
crazy.
it can't happen. I'm
No,
just
it
saying.
Yeah, definitely it can happen.
No, I don't see
These
him getting
people-
off.
But I don't.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, I think it's just all talk. Like I don't think he's actually.
No, but he's
Now,
fighting.
getting
He's
it-
just like Scott Peterson is coming out randomly just
Yeah,
to.
I was just getting ready to say that too.
Yeah.
Now getting a new trial, Murdoch might get a new trial.
Well,
But I don't.
you know
see
what?
him getting-
Sorry. What's interesting is that nowadays there's a there just seems to be a collective sympathy for these people. Like there are
Mhm.
more people that believe that Scott's innocent. There are more people that believe that Gypsy is a victim. You know, you have like this culture of empathy.
Yep.
Yeah,
That is,
I think she belongs in jail.
I don't have
she
empathy.
should
the
be
rest
in a
of her
psych
life.
ward.
And then you
Yes,
have
he
these
should.
crazy ass women who want to write men who's killed people in prison and
Yep.
get
You got
married
some
to them.
Exactly.
And hundreds
like,
of thousands of them are fawning over him.
yeah.
Yes.
We
crazy.
are making these crazy people, these murderers, smurderers, like celebrities. Like Gypsy Rose literally
It's
thinks she's an
true.
influencer. She's going on live and just putting on makeup, and people
Yep.
are just like
I
funding
won't, I
this.
won't watch her. I
Yep.
won't watch her. You ought
Yeah.
to check into the Sarah Boone case, though. She was her and her boyfriend were playing, and they were playing hide and
Oh,
seek,
yes,
and she
hide and
zipped
seek.
him up in a suitcase, and he
Yeah.
was
Begged
unalive.
for his life to be let out, and she wouldn't let him out.
Look up the Sarah Boone suitcase video.
I definitely will. Yes, that sounds
It's a
ridiculous.
it's starting October 7th, and
So-
Charlotte's
I
going to
can't
stream it.
wait. Oh,
Oh,
I
okay.
can't. I'm ready
It-
for the stun puff. I'm not gonna lie.
You know Daryl Brooks, Ara?
I do not.
Oh gosh, that one's an old case, but it's like Daryl Brooks 2.0 is what
Oh my
it was a
God.
crazy case.
I'll definitely check that out. Thank you.
Yeah, I don't think Scott Peterson's innocent either.
No.
Oh
he's
no,
not.
I don't.
I
completely
watched, yeah,
did that to his wife and his little
On-
boy.
Mhm.
on Hulu. I watched the
Right to know.
disappearance of Lacey.
Oh wait, yes, Sarah, I can't breathe. I do remember that.
Baby,
I do
please let
remember
me
that.
out. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
And
she's
like, F
crazy.
you. Yeah.
She's crazy. No, that's crazy.
She's gone through 8 attorneys and now she's having to represent herself.
She's like Gypsy Rose, basically. Doesn't take any accountability for what she did.
No. Absolutely not.
Yeah. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you, Miss Betty. If you were speaking,
It's
I
okay.
apologize.
It's all right. No, I was saying on Hulu I watched the thing about Lacey Peterson and
Mhm.
Scott. You know, the disappearance of her
Mhm.
going missing. I watched it and pretty accurate on how the house across the street got robbed.
Mhm.
It was. They're saying it was the day of her disappearance. But then they're saying it was like the day before her disappearance. The guys that robbed the house. And they said they do not know nothing about a pregnant woman, did not kidnap no pregnant woman, did not kill no pregnant woman. And
Yeah.
I'm sorry, he did it.
He did it.
Oh yeah.
Just by the smirks on his face and the look. I don't know.
Yeah.
But
Well,
he's a
and he's got
psycho.
receipts of being in the water on that day and
Well,
everything
also-
else.
Yeah.
What a coincidence.
He bought his boat, what was it?
It was like December 9th or something.
Yeah,
It was like
December
a couple
9th.
weeks ago.
December
Yeah, it
9th.
was a couple weeks before.
Yep.
And
then
he didn't tell
bought-
anybody about it, even
Nope.
Lacey. Lacey didn't know about it
Nope, he kept it. Where did he keep it? In his
in his little shop.
Yep.
And then he told the mistress that his wife had gone missing, or like was gone or something on that
Yeah.
same day.
Yeah. That he had lost his wife or something like, or something.
Yeah.
I can't remember how he put it, but
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then dyed
It-
his hair.
it's just too convenient on certain things that they have found on him and
Right.
about him. Like
Yeah,
with the
and it was
boat.
like on Brooks Island, or what was it called?
Yep. Yep.
That he like took the boat out there the first time he went out there, and he went deep sea fishing in December.
Yeah.
Come on now.
But see, it was too cold to go golfing,
Yep.
but it wasn't too cold to go fishing.
Right.
It'll be colder to go
Yeah.
out fishing.
It's colder. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. It's
On
colder.
that water it is.
Than it
But
would
why
go-
is it that his sister-in-law thinks he's like super innocent?
I
It's
don't know.
because you know what? He is that great of an actor.
Mhm.
Just like
true.
Chris Watts was,
Yep.
Mhm.
just like Gypsy Rose is.
Yep.
You see, so you have people that are invested in you. I
Yep.
mean, come on.
They're gonna put on that act.
Yes,
Well, and
they're
people-
good at it.
People have a tendency of the people they care about to try to put them in the best light in their mind, whether they realize it or not. You know?
Yeah, but these are strangers that care about Gypsy Rose. They don't know her at all.
Oh no, I know that. I'm talking about Scott Peterson.
Yes, but to love him so much that you're going to ignore the facts is a little much.
Yeah, I do to me as well.
It's a little
I
much.
think he's completely innocent. He needs to stay in prison.
And then why is all of a sudden he's speaking after 20 years? Because he knew this documentary was coming out about Lacey again,
Mhm.
and they want to get ahead of it because
Yep.
because he is I'm not a licensed therapist or anything or whatever, but he has some sort of disorder where he always wants to be in power.
He wants to be in
Oh,
control.
he's a narcissist.
He's got to be in control.
Psychopath.
Well, I don't know if he's a narcissist. I don't have the definition of what these labels are, but It just seems that like, oh, this is coming out, I'm going to speak out again. And then Peacock wants to make a whole thing, Lifetime and Peacock and all these other
Yeah, because it's on
freaking,
Hulu.
yeah, they just want to make money of these people and their shows.
Because I watched it the other night.
Right. We can't help it.
Well, I watched it because because where he's been talking about, hiring lawyers to get out of jail, have a new trial. So
I want to watch it too. Like, trust me.
So I watched it, and
I get it.
I mean, I really paid attention to it. And it's like, there's no way that she was kidnapped.
No
way.
I just couldn't.
That them two guys that were robbing that house, even seen her.
I couldn't watch anything with him. Broke my TV.
The audacity of these.
I cussed my TV.
The audacity of these criminals like Gypsy and Scott and Chris Watts over here blaming everybody but themselves.
Wade Wilson,
yes, you know that
everybody else's fault.
Y'all know? Did y'all hear where Chris Watts is now blaming his deceased wife for him doing what he did to her and the girls?
Yeah.
It's never him.
Yeah.
Because she was too controlling.
Yeah. She wanted to control him. She got pregnant because she wanted to control his life.
Instead of writing a book where Chris says, I wasn't man enough to just be honest with myself, because if you don't want to be married, that's why the law provides divorce.
Right. Exactly.
But
you say, hey, I want a divorce. I can't do this.
But if your only option is to unalive people, then you're sick in the mind.
Mm-hmm.
And until you can, that's why there's rehab for like drug addicts, right? You have to admit that you are sick.
Absolutely, I agree.
If your problem solving is to eliminate somebody else, or if you're a drug addict, you don't care about yourself, right? You're not taking responsibility. Like Gypsy Rose blames her mom, but nobody really talks about what the problem. Somebody made a plan to unalive their own mother.
Exactly.
That's serious, because you didn't even do it yourself. You created this whole plan for someone else to do it, and then you let them go to jail for the rest of your life, and then you're out in 8 years doing makeup tutorials and getting a nose job.
Yep.
And now she's pregnant.
And now she's pregnant, and she's getting free ultrasounds.
Yeah.
And she's doing like some DNA testing or something like that to find out who the baby daddy is.
Oh, that's crazy. I haven't been following her that much. She does. She should be in prison for the rest of her life.
She should have never got out of prison.
She's the reason why this whole thing happened. She masterminded.
Well, she learned from the best, her mom, how to manipulate.
But she's not a victim, only because I drew the line when I learned, and Becca Scoops on YouTube. It's okay. I hope it's okay if I say that.
Yeah, it's fine.
She did this whole series with she deep dove and has receipts and did her research on really, like, at 20, 22, 23 years old, Gypsy was pretending still to be.
Yeah, she was.
Special needs. Like, she was in on the scam, I know she couldn't control it when she was 5 years old. I get that. But at some point she had to realize, like, this is wrong. But then she was like, no, it's cool. I get a free Disney trip.
Yeah. All she had to do was get up out of that chair and walk away.
Well, she did. She ran away to a guy's house. It was always running away to a guy's house. She was having intimate relations in a movie theater, in a bathroom. Like, she was.
Well, I know, but I'm saying she should have walked away and just left it behind.
Right. When Nick could have come to the house and they could have left together.
Right. Or meet him someplace, just run away and just stay away.
Right.
But I'm not coming back.
But unaliving someone and then it being your mother, that's a whole another level of psycho.
It is.
Yep.
It is.
I agree with that.
Sorry, I had to go.
And I'm sorry. She's just. I can't stand to watch her. I can't. She just.
Oh, I don't.
She just makes me so. I don't either. I mean, I keep up. You hear things here and there, but I can't stand to watch her. She just makes me mad every time I look at her. She's such a horrible human being.
When I look at her, I just see like black around her.
Yeah, I
You
agree.
know what I mean?
And heavens knows, I honestly I don't think she should be allowed to keep the baby because God only knows what she's going to do to that child.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Well, I
she
mean,
could
she's
be the
already
best
showing
mother
the
in the world,
ultrasound
but
videos.
yeah, I mean, she could be the best mom in the world, but honestly, I think she's going to try to do some kind of form of what was done to her.
Well, she's already doing it because she's living ultrasounds. She's like showing the heartbeat. She's showing, she's being very transparent about this. She's already exploiting the child for
Exploiting the child,
benefit.
exactly.
She's already doing it. And the baby's not even born yet. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I agree. That's what I was inferring to.
Yeah.
Oh, it's gonna be interesting when it gets closer to time for her to have this baby and how she's gonna act and
Yeah.
all that.
But she's going to make money the entire way. That's what's
for sure.
frustrating.
Yeah, for sure. But I just hopefully though, like y'all said, she doesn't turn out to be like her mom.
She will be
because
exactly like that because that's how she was brought up.
she knows how to work it where she knows how to work the system basically.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
she knows it. That's all she knows. So what else? And if she and unaliving someone is a problem solving method for her.
Mm-hmm.
And she's out in the real world and she got to do
Yep.
that. And now little kids watch her do makeup tutorials.
Yeah.
Oh God, that's just sickening.
Yeah.
My granddaughter ain't watching her, so
Well, she almost has his
I'm
like
not watching her.
she thinks she's so famous that she can just like meet Taylor Swift and meet all these people.
Well, why not? That's what she did her whole life.
Yes.
Wasn't it the state of Missouri that told her to get the hell out and don't come back?
Yes, exactly.
Yep. I'm calling it now. Whenever she goes into labor, she's gonna live the whole thing. I'm calling it now. And then she's
Well,
gonna
I
have a
believe you
donation
from what
link.
you've said. Probably
It wouldn't
your
surprise me.
baby fund,
Yeah.
Wouldn't surprise me either.
Amazon wish list, college
It's
fund.
just crazy. Like she claims that she was abused and had so many surgeries that she didn't want to have. Fine. And then she gets out of prison, and what is the first thing she does? She goes and has a surgery.
Mhm.
Yeah. Nobody wants to see that. I mean, but it's
No, they will watch it. On
They
TikTok.
They will watch it, and she will make money off of it.
Yes, she
Oh
will.
yeah. She makes thousands of dollars per live.
Yeah.
Just by like
And you're
super licking her
absolutely
lips.
right, Tiff. Tiff says Gypsy is who her mother raised her to be. She's the center of the universe. That's very true.
She hasn't even been out a year and she's been married, divorced, boyfriend, pregnant, and has a Lifetime series. Imagine.
That's crazy.
And don't even know who the baby daddy is.
wow.
That girl been busy.
She's been busy.
It ain't even been a year.
Nope.
Did you guys know that Gypsy was the one that proposed to Ryan?
No.
Ryan
No, but
went
it
on a
doesn't
live
surprise
because I've been
me.
shamelessly I've been following this closely, as you can tell. This is all I'm talking
Yeah,
about.
I
Sorry.
can tell. Yep.
I'm so sorry.
No, you're fine.
But you guys are being real cool, like going with the conversation. Thank you.
We know just enough.
And yeah, and so he was on a live, and someone asked him like, "How'd you guys get married?" or like, "How was the like who proposed to her?" And Ryan said that Gypsy proposed to him.
She just
I
She's
wouldn't
like,
doubt
"Hey,
it.
will
That's
you
all
marry
she-
me?"
Yeah,
Yeah.
that she was just using him. That's all.
Chanel,
she
I
did.
was just about to say that. A lot of people
True.
said that he looked like her mom.
He did.
And now Ken looks like her dad.
I mean, obviously, she probably does have mother issues and daddy issues, but I
There
don't
comes
know.
okay.
There-
I'm going to
there-
say
there-
this. It
I mean,
doesn't.
there's a line. You know what I'm saying when it comes to something like that.
It's like, and please, nobody. I might make some of you mad. I don't mean this in the way I'm going to say it. I'm just kind of blunt. I don't care what happened to you when you were growing up. There comes a point in your life where you have to take responsibility and say, I'm not going to be that way. I'm going to work through this, and I'm not going to let this affect the rest of my life now that I'm out from underneath it. You know what I
I
mean?
love that you said that. Yes, because you're 100% right. Because I went through that myself.
100%.
I have my own issues, and I was like, you know what? I'm not going to be like that.
Right. Yeah, exactly. Because we all have our issues.
Right?
Yeah,
We
I mean,
don't
we've
all
all
like
been
plan to
through
kill
things.
our mothers or our issues.
Nope.
Right.
Right.
No, because God willing, I wish I still had my mother.
Yeah.
I lost my mother back in 2000.
Oh, me too.
My
So
condolences to you all.
Mine wasn't that long ago, but it was just about 4 years ago, and it's just, yeah, it's hard. You feel like an orphan when you've lost both of your parents. It's really a strange
so
feeling.
Imagine making a plan to do that, to
no,
unalive your
no way.
mother. That's serious, y'all.
For
It's
one, I would not want to be in prison, so that ain't happening.
right.
The only one I would ever go to prison for right now is this baby. So
Yeah. Yes, so our trauma is real, but those that made it, yeah, like I know that my mom had her trauma, and at some point in my 20s, late 20s, early 30s, I realized like, oh, my mom was working through her own trauma while she was raising me.
Right.
But
I
I
mean,
realized that later in life, you know?
Mhm.
but you have to, it's like, okay, it's like my grandfather abused my mom. She was an only child, and well, back then discipline was very rough, and he was even rougher, let me put it that way. And she could have very well done the same thing to me and my siblings.
right.
And she made the conscious decision
Yep.
not to do that.
Not to
I
be like
mean, we got our butts spanked and all of that business, but abused, no. Nowadays they would consider it abuse, but it
Yeah.
wasn't. I mean, when you're put under, my mom had rheumatic fever and all this. When you're put under a box and you're made to stay in there, a big thick box way back then, and you're made to stay there until you pass out, that's abuse. And she could have, it could have just gone on and on, but sooner or later somebody has to say whether it's for them. And I've been through a lot in my life as well, and it took me 20 years, but I finally let something go that I needed to let go and say, you know what? That's not me. I'm not the one that did any. You know what I mean? I mean, it's not my fault this happened. Therefore, I'm going to let it go and not affect me any
You have a
longer.
conscience. That's why.
Yes,
Gypsy does
right.
not have a
No,
conscience.
she doesn't.
Well, she don't care about nobody but herself, and that's it.
that.
Exactly.
And who was it? Okay, so V said, I don't wish this on her at all, but when Gypsy falls, she's going to fall hard because she has put herself on
Mhm.
this high pedestal.
Yep.
I
Mhm.
know. Is it bad that I'm excited for that though? Because I don't
No.
wish ill on people,
No.
but like I really
But
wish this on her.
but people need to be humbled.
Yeah, they do. I agree with that completely.
So,
That's a
you
good
But
way
know,
to put it.
did karma already do its job when she went to jail for 8 years?
No, not in my opinion.
Or is it not done yet? Because I don't think it's fair. I would not believe in the world anymore if she's allowed to live her life the way she's living it. Everything that I think about the world will be wrong, and justice and karma and
Yeah,
God,
well, I understand what you're saying,
because it
but I'll
pisses
be
me off.
honest with you, there's a lot of times that we might never see the karma.
You're right, because we don't know what's
Oh,
going on behind doors.
Tonka said it best.
Yep.
yes, she
Don't care what.
said, I don't
Yep.
care what anyone says. Discipline is a necessary lesson
Yes,
every
it
child
is.
needs. The biggest problem with this country is a lack of moral aptitude.
Absolutely.
Well
I
said.
agree with that.
Yeah.
Except for my grandbaby, I will not. I'm just kidding.
I just don't think that someone that unalived their mother should be like. I understand. Look, let's say that she didn't take the social media presence that she did. Let's say like Casey Anthony is not out here doing makeup tutorials and making money off of what she did.
No,
She
because
kind of went under the radar and she's hiding. You know.
Yep.
Right.
She's in hiding.
But
She
feels some shame.
She's too scared to come out.
Yeah,
I don't think she feels shame.
But like Gypsy Rose
I don't think so.
feels no shame. She's just like, okay, I did my time. Here is my love story. Here's my, here's my outfit of the day, and here's my Louis Vuitton shoes. Like she literally has no conscience and no empathy and no like recognition of what she did.
Because in her mind, she feels her mom tortured her all these years.
No, I don't think that she knows that. I think because I don't think that she was actually tortured. She has that missing chromosome thing, which required actual medical attention. Because notice she says that she had chemo every month, but she doesn't have any signs of like any chemo treatment. Like her hair was shaved off.
Yeah, I know.
And like she doesn't have like any long lasting effects of chemo. A doctor's not going to give you chemo if you don't have cancer, dude.
Yeah, because they got to prove that you got cancer. Right. And there's tests to prove whether or not you got cancer.
Well, they got to know how long you're going to, how many
exactly
you got to have, how long you got to take them. Like, so.
And there's a reason why Gypsy is not suing these doctors for malpractice.
Right. Because nothing ever happened.
I agree.
That's what I think. She was in on the scam with her mom. And
I totally believe that.
I agree with you because that's exactly what I thought. That she was in on the scam with her mother.
Yeah, and
she
her mom was probably
younger.
Too sick. Yeah, her mom, and it's it's not like Gypsy decided to do this when she was born, but she was born into this.
Right.
So when mom got old and sick, mom wasn't going to do it anymore. And Gypsy was like, oh, my mom can't benefit me anymore. Let me kill her.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on, y'all. Okay.
Look how, did you guys read all those messages that, the court messages where Gypsy was like constantly telling Nick, like, please do this. Why aren't you going to, if you love me, you would do this.
Yes, I saw all of those.
If she was tortured, she would have just left.
She just totally manipulated that boy into doing. Honest, that just makes me so mad.
Well, I'm about to get off of here because it's almost 4 o'clock.
All right, I'm fixing to get off of here as well. It's almost 3 here.
Yep.
So I did post Tony's link in the chat. If anybody wants to go hang out over there, he said he's going to go live after I end mine.
Yeah, definitely going.
I'm going to eat and going to bed too.
You're just as interesting as you always have been.
Oh yeah, Aura always has a very intelligent conversation with people.
Oh
she
yeah.
Does.
Well, thank you guys for being so nice, and I love Scarlett. I've followed her for years, and she gave me a lot of good advice when I was starting my own channel. So I owe her a lot, and I know that anyone that she has on a panel are good people. So this is always a great place to come and chat. You guys are amazing. Betty Jo and Lady V and Miss Scarlett.
Thank you.
Well, thank you for coming over tonight. It was good to see you.
It was great to see you, and I hope to see you more often.
Oh yes, I am back. I have to kind of like ease into it though. I can't go to 4 hours every night like I was banging it out before.
It's kind of rough when you don't feel good.
Right.
You guys are always welcome on my panel, Miss Scarlett. I've always asked you to come and hang out.
I don't know her channel.
Yeah. Or are you on your computer where you can just drop a comment in the chat so I can go to the thing?
Oh yeah, I mean I can do that, but I mean
I can do that.
I just wanted to. I've always wanted Miss Scarlett on my panel so we can chat, so she can chill and be on a panel and just chat.
I've only been in your chat. I've never been on your panel. Oh wait, I
would love to just hang out with you and talk about the document dump with Kylie. I would love to.
Yes, because I mean it's been so long since we've had anything on Kylie.
Right.
and now this, and I mean, it was information, but it wasn't very good information. Like it could have been
Right.
something better.
Well, good night, y'all. It was
All right, Betty
fun
Jo,
to
Thanks,
have a
catch
Betty.
up
good
with you,
night.
and I'll see you on the next live.
Okay, have a
Good
good
night,
night.
hon.
Good night, y'all.
Okay, I'm gonna drop the link here.
Same. Oh, well, thank
Okay, and
you.
now I just got it.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I found her in the chat and got it.
Will I see you guys at Kiwi Mates?
Not me.
No, I'm going to eat and I'm going to bed.
All right. Well, I'll be hopefully maybe you guys will change your mind, but I'll head over there.
Okay. Well,
I
thank you
love
for
you
coming.
all. Thank you. You're so nice. I'll
Love
see you
you
guys
too.
soon.
Thank you, Ara.
Yep. Have a good night. Thank you for coming up.
You too. Bye.
All right. Bye. I just love Aura.
I do too. It's funny that I was watching her on your live way back when, because I was kind of going back to Kylie Rodney thing, and I saw her on panel and stuff too, and I was like, that was just yesterday, and here she is today.
Oh yeah.
Isn't that
Every now
funny?
and then she stops in here and chats with us for a little
Yeah,
while. But she hasn't been over here 2 or 3 months now, I guess.
it's
It's
been a
been
while.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
been a couple of months.
Hey, do you mind if I talk to you backstage for just a second? I won't
Yeah,
keep you long.
yeah, that'll be fine.
Okay. I'm just going to say good night, everybody. I love you, and I'm going to be quiet now and let Scarlett say her outro.
Okay, that's fine. Okay, so let me. Kiwi goes live. Yes, Tanel. Tony. I was supposed to call him Jeff for some reason. Yes, Tony's gonna said that he's gonna go live after I end this one. And I did put his link in there. I also dropped Aura's link if y'all are not subbed up to her. She has a lot of good Kylie stuff going on over there as well. But I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here for the night. It's almost 4 o'clock here. I've got to go eat and go to bed. Try to get some sleep tonight. So thank you all so much for coming and hanging out. I love you all, and I will talk to you all tomorrow.